Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
First off, happy International Women's Day, y'all.
Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day, man.
Man, it's a big day. It's a big day. We got a lot of college hoops. We got a lot of basketball. We got, 5 weeks into the NBA playoffs, and you got Numbers on the Board here to talk about hoops.
Before we got the weather breaking, too.
The weather is very nice right now after some snow yesterday.
Yes.
Make no sense.
Yeah, literally.
Before we get into it, I want to remind you to leave a like on the episode and subscribe. This is one of 3 shows in Enjoy Basketball Network. We have T-Double with Pierre and Dreesa. He just dropped an episode last week. I think it was your best episode, P. And then he's got another special guest coming this week. I just dropped the episode of Small Ball with Kenny Beecham. Go watch that as well. And, of course, you here on NOTB. Support all the shows in the network, man. If you love basketball, you obviously going to love all the shows. It's just that simple, man.
I wouldn't mind seeing a few more shows, but that's just me. I can't have everything in this world.
Yeah.
The wishes were fishes.
Just say it wasn't a direct shot at you. Just more shows.
I just said it. Wishes were fishes.
Oh, I thought you were saying it sarcastically.
No, I'm just saying. I heard a wise man once say that.
Okay.
I don't know how wise that man is, but some people call him wise.
Wise words from a decent man.
Yeah.
Back when he was trying to do what?
Put that ring on Alicia's hand.
Or back when we was 3/5 of them.
What?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
That's a J. Cole reference.
But they were rapping.
What was we rapping though?
Yeah.
Back when I was trying to, that was Drake.
Right.
And then I flipped it to J. Cole.
We off to a very awkward start.
Yeah.
But I feel good. Nice Saturday, like you said, weather breaking. A lot of good basketball.
Congratulations to EJ. Though.
Yes, yes.
I want to do that.
Speaking of great basketball, yes, they had a miraculous win yesterday. Really good environment.
Close game?
At the end.
At the end?
EJ and them was putting belt to ass. Yes.
Okay.
It's the start.
At what point did that picture of your dad come?
That was at the end when it got close.
Oh,
that's not. He wasn't doing that when he was putting belt to ass. He was.
Because
that wasn't even his
the way
seat.
he's in that picture. It looks like it was a game-winning shot. Game-winning shot to win championship.
That wasn't
game
even his
with
seat.
2 seconds left.
We was sitting next to each other, and then EJ got called for 3 charges yesterday.
Oh,
and it
wow.
wasn't running a man over. It was a Euro step. And they were saying that when he Euroed, he was not going to
using
do
his
it out the way.
elbow? Oh.
I've never seen it before. So he got in foul trouble. Neve got in foul trouble. But my little homie, Anthony Favia, he showed up real big. So did RJ. The whole team collective. But it was so many stoppages in that game that I think it hurt both teams. I'm not saying it favored any side,
Like
but I felt like
with the refs?
no, just like we had a couple of injuries on their team,
Oh.
and then the referees just kind of didn't have a good grip on the game of controlling it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of stoppage and a lot of refs not communicating with each other, and then he got to come all the way over here to ask him why we a lot of stoppage. And when St. Pat's was going on their run, I felt like it stopped their momentum. And then when Fenwick at the end came on their run, I felt like some of the stoppage hurt them. And then one of the guys got hurt. I'm feeling bad. I'm thinking he tore his ACL. He get back on the court in 2 minutes. I'm like, oh man, but it was still good. Monday we at UIC, baby. Win that, we go down to state.
That's beautiful.
So let's go.
UIC, that's amazing.
We was at last year. Playing the
Okay.
same team that we played last year and we lost to. So now we're looking for revenge.
Who y'all play
baby.
next? Who y'all play?
Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel. I had saw you put in the chat that DGN had beat Bolingbrook, and I was like, whoa.
I was more so with the score. It was like
Yeah.
29 or 26.
But I was
Oh, I didn't even read the teams. That was Bolingbrook?
Yeah.
Wow, because Bolingbrook got
Yes.
some
How you
scores
can't
on that
hit
team.
30?
They had one of the
points.
best. You said they had the best sophomore in the
In
country,
the,
right?
at least in the state.
Or in the state, at least. And I was like, damn, how they hold him to 23?
It might have been one of those games where, it's no shot clock unless it's a tourney. It's a team just at the top holding the ball.
Oh.
That better not be the case, man.
DGN was
that's
DGN
what I
was running their plays.
That's what
until
I was
they
told. Told it was a lot of ball holding.
Yeah.
That's
I just saw a clip
That's
of something like that on
so- that's so
Twitter.
That's just
lame,
what I was
man.
told. I'm
For
not saying
4
what happened.
minutes,
That's just
the
what
clip I
was
saw on
told.
Twitter, for 4 minutes, the team just stood at the top of the key. And anytime you put some pressure on, they just swung it.
That's
Because, it can't
lame,
be,
bro.
5 seconds
Yeah.
closely
To
guarded.
me, that was
on
one
some
of the
real
things that held St. Pat's back in that last half of it. I felt like they went into the fourth quarter with like a 11 or 9 point lead, and I felt like they were they didn't necessarily hold the ball, but they took a step back. And I feel like you got to play. Don't be dumb.
Yeah.
But we still got a whole quarter of basketball to play. We can't be playing scared or like trying to let the clock stall out. You got to continue to be aggressive because then you're trying to hold the ball a little longer, be a little bit more patient than what your normal flow was, and then you get out of rhythm, and this other team start hitting shots. You're gonna need your rhythm again. So I definitely am against holding the ball. A lot of people want a shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Hey,
I
on some real
saw
stuff,
it during the tournament. I was like, this is beneficial.
I wouldn't go to the tournament if it didn't have a shot clock. Real shit.
some of them coaches that's telling them kids to do that, because I doubt the kids is really trying to do that. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's probably easier said than done. I'm not doing that shit. I'm trying to go hoop.
No, we've seen it. Like, I've seen our coaches be like, wait, hold the ball at the top and wait till he come press you in order to run the play. And then that's when we initiate the action.
I'm just saying, no, holding the ball to just like stall the game if you have the lead, it's got to be some of the lamest shit.
Yeah. Is that lamer than fouling while up 3?
Way lamer.
Okay. I hate that shit. I know it's
Man,
statistically the best thing to do.
I was gonna say it's a very dangerous thing, but honestly, it's a very smart thing.
The success rate is like 91%.
I always think that it's probably better to do in the playoffs versus the regular season.
I just go
who cares?
from
Of
the
a
viewer
viewer.
standpoint.
Yeah.
Like the Cavs did it again last night against the Hornets, and they did it the one game like a week or so ago, and Darius Garland missed one of
Yes,
one,
he did.
one of two, and then they went to overtime, and they dominated overtime, but it still went to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night in the Suns versus Denver Nuggets game, the Denver Nuggets had an opportunity to foul while up 3, and instead they didn't, and they swung to Kevin Durant to hit the shot to go to overtime. So I understand it from a coach's perspective, but as a viewer, we don't get that Kevin Durant shot if Mike Malone decides to foul. And
But also, that one was so bang bang and so quick. It was only
Yeah,
one.
I don't even think
seconds.
I don't even think they really had time
Very
to
hard.
get it.
It's hard to foul.
because then you foul him.
Yeah,
shoot 3.
you're expecting D-Book to shoot that shot.
Because I think Jokic, somebody else closed out on him too. Probably whoever's guarding Devin Booker, but Jokic closed off Kevin Durant, and it was more so like I'm going for the contest, not no foul.
Holding the ball is way lamer.
Yeah.
That's strategic. NBA job on the line. Millions of well, high school. I guess your job could be on the line too. But it's still it's an aggressive play. You're still playing the game. Holding the ball is not playing the game. It's just the only time holding the ball makes sense is in the
At the
NFL.
end of the game. Oh no, I was gonna say
In the
just,
NFL, yeah. That's like the most strategic. That's where it's strategic and
Yeah.
you're trying to run the clock out.
That's why I will say I know to a lot of people, baseball, it is long, and to a lot of people it's boring, and I understand that. I personally love it, but I understand why people say it could be boring. Baseball is one of those things where you got to play.
Yeah.
You can have a 5-run lead up in the 7th, but your pitcher can't say, nah, you got to throw that mug over that plate. The closest thing you can do to that is when they used to intentionally walk Barry Bonds.
We saw the White Sox blow a double, like a
Oh,
double
did
digit
we? Oh,
lead.
did we? Oh, did we?
What a great night that was, other than the fact that they lost.
What did they do it in the bottom of the 8th?
It was, shout out to Josh Naylor. But we don't have to worry about it again because he's in a different division.
Yeah, we are so good on him.
That was such a crazy night.
They still got a nailer though.
Yes, they do, which is kind of sad. It's like if the Magic traded away Mo Wagner but kept Franz. No, I guess it would be more like they traded away Franz because I guess Josh Naylor is the better Naylor brother right now at least.
Yeah, but Bo Naylor is supposed to be like,
We'll see.
that's why I said
I think he's a
supposed.
scrub because he in our division.
He's supposed to be like 10 times. I don't remember Josh Naylor having as much prospect hype as Bo.
Yeah, he just came onto the scene and he was just yelling at people after hitting
Just a
home
good
runs.
baseball player.
And I don't even remember what team he got traded to.
Terrence body is.
He yells at people
I
after
just
hitting home
seen
runs.
too.
Oh, you don't remember when he popped his shit after hitting that home run? And he does that all. That's his whole
No.
thing.
Yeah, energy guy. But yeah, he definitely popped.
I don't
No,
remember
he
seeing
cool.
it.
He cool with me. He played for the Diamondbacks, baby.
Okay.
Cool with me now. That's a teammate. All right, let's get into drop the mic.
a new generation of Toyota drivers are here, and they want you to know one thing: you can't stop my drive. Toyota, let's go places. The drop the mic for today is what's the equivalent in other sports to foul baiting?
Oh.
And
so-
I guess a little bit on top of that too. And just in your eyes, what's the definition of foul baiting? I've seen a lot of talk around it. And honestly, they put clips with it too, so you can kind of see what they're talking about. And it gets me back to that point where I feel like a lot of people just they haven't actually played the sport of basketball. Like, I've seen somebody just go for contact on a layup, and they said it's foul baiting. And it's getting to the point where as long as you're trying to get a foul, it's just foul baiting. When it's like, that's part of the game.
I just feel like foul baiting is it's a social media conversation more than anything.
Yeah.
Every great scorer that we've seen across hoops has got to the free throw line. That's just part of the game. And I think it's more cerebral than anything. If I'm James Harden, you're guarding me. I know you cannot stop me, so I'm going to go to the move that gives me the highest percentage shot. And if I'm James Harden and I'm a 90% free throw shooter, that's the highest percentage shot. It doesn't, like, you don't even account for the amount of rest your teammate get as you're sitting at that free throw line. And free points is free points. If you're asking me about other sports, it's like if a batter leans into a pitch, which is now illegal. Like, you can't do that anymore. It'll call just an automatic strike.
Also, I was thinking of baseball too, is when the catcher is able to manipulate
The framing.
where the ball is,
Ooh.
and like he makes a ball look like a strike.
Skill.
Yeah,
Like,
it
and
really is.
Yes, it is. And I'm like,
And they getting rid of that with the automatic umpires, man.
For football, I was thinking maybe like a fake count, or like when you're trying to get the offensive line to jump off.
yeah, I could see that. That's definitely one of them.
That's a good one, too.
To me, that is literally baiting. I don't think foul baiting is real.
They were
that's
talking about it in my stream.
You did a really good job saying who played before, by the way.
What you mean?
I just feel like if you play basketball, and this is no shot because our game opens arms to everybody. Like, if you don't have to play or be 6'8", like, that's the beauty of basketball. But I do think when you have played, you do understand, like, my intention is to always get fouled. That's not me baiting. That's why I don't think foul baiting is real, because anytime I'm driving, I want to score and get fouled. Like, you go, the Golden State Warriors, as great as they were and have been, they went and got Jimmy Butler because he's going to help drive up the free throw rates. The name of the game is whoever scores the easiest baskets. Even though James Harden was amazing making the step back threes and shit, you don't want that to be the element of the offense. You don't want to rely on that. That's supposed to be the cherry on top. The amazing part of the James Harden Rocket eras was when he was getting all the layups. And then on top of the layups, he was either getting his layup or he was getting fouled. He crafted and figured out a way to finish through contact or be strong enough to get fouled. And either or is an easy bucket. So anytime I'm driving, I'm trying to score. Now, I do understand people, maybe not liking when a person put the hand in the jar type James Harden thing.
That's what I wanted to bring up. Because basically, I feel like a lot of people kind of mimic that. There's probably people before James Harden doing that. Like, I think Manu Ginobili used to honestly do that all the time. But, like, it's a super big skill set, and you have to be strong to do this, too, to be able to, like, expose the ball a little bit to get people to reach in that cookie. James Harden was the king of that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if I can do that knowing you're going to get a foul, because most of the time, like you said, you're not going to be able to guard me.
For sure.
I'm just going to get any advantage I can at this point, and that's what great players do.
My biggest frustration, biggest frustration is when they put that on guys like my guy, Jalen Brunson.
They brought him up
because
too.
The reason I cut extreme slack off from him or Iverson or a Trae Young is because I don't think people realize how hard it is to score at 6'1".
Exactly.
If that. So it's like when people have a problem when a 7-foot Joel Embiid do it, if you have a problem, if my big ass on a little court was doing it, it still is kind of weird and strange. If you got a problem with Shai doing it, cool. I still don't think you should have a problem, but okay, cool. But when you think about how hard it is, and again, this goes back to having some type of level of having played. It is extremely difficult to get your shot off in the NBA. And when you look at the job he has as a number one option, it's not too many number one options who can score at the level he scores without getting to the line.
Today's day, too, it's not guarded by some other dude that's 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah,
they putting the 6'7", 6'8" forwards on him, and he's got to get
Vanderbilt, pick him up. And then if you get screened, Dorian Finney-Smith, you go get him.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm giving all credit to these guys to be able to score at this level, and especially the way they do. I'm looking for an advantage if I'm them.
What advantage would he have? If he wasn't trying to manipulate himself to be in positions to create contact, people in their minds, they really think a 6 foot, if that, Jalen Brunson is going to attack in the paint and be able to score with a Daniel Gafford and Anthony Davis in the paint. They literally think he's going to go in there and, like, again, it is extremely difficult. So every player in the NBA is trying to figure out an advantage for themselves to put them in the most favorable thing. And I don't think that him, Trey, all of these little guys especially, I don't think they're wrong for doing that. If you're going to have a problem, then yeah, if I am Karl Anthony Towns and I'm doing all this silly shit flopping, that's another conversation.
That was, I guess, going back to my question about like kind of like your definition, and mine is damn near you have to be flopping, right? You have to be literally trying to sell the call off some minimal contact.
Is that foul baiting then? Because then that's flopping, right?
That's a whole different conversation. I feel like it's damn near flopping at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I think one thing for me, I think when you're talking about adding fouls to the other team's best defender or even their best player, that does nothing but put them in foul trouble. Now their ass is out the game. They got to go sit.
And my job is easier.
Yeah, now your job is easier. Now you have a worse defender on you, or either LeBron is now out with 3 fouls or whatever. So, like, I just think no matter what, you have to do what's best for you and your team. And if I can draw fouls and get the other team's coach to have to now make big, really tough decisions, I'm doing my job right.
I think the only counter argument to all of it is that some of the most notorious, let's say, again, foul baiters are playoff droppers where things kind of slow down a little bit and they're not able to create that, like a Joel Embiid, who's historically not have been the version of himself postseason for whatever reason, and then James Harden, who can give you a couple games a series, but has always had
I think that
these
goes
other
back to it. And this is and I'm going to kind of relate this to myself. I had a problem like in high school where I would drive to the rim and I would literally look for, not even try to look for at the rim to finish, but I'm just looking to contact. Yeah. And I think that's when it goes back to like.
Were you a free throw shooter?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But like that goes back to the playoffs where that shit's not going to work. You have to be able to fight through that. Like you have to just play. And I think the contact, the whistles come and go. But that's where you're going to see that drop off when you're constantly looking for the whistle. Like, I forget what team was that, bro. What's a team last year, or maybe it was a couple of years ago, they had like a bad time where they just kept like asking for whistles. I think it was that Rockets team literally just looking for whistles. It's like you can't play off that. That's when you ended up with James Harden, I think, trying to get fouled on the 3 or whatever. Somebody shot, it might have been Paul George.
Okay.
And they thought they got fouled on 3, but it didn't get called. And it's like you can't put the ref in that position at that point. That's where foul, or I guess looking for the contact, does not always go your way.
Yeah, at the end of the game, I hate that when dudes try to hump for a foul instead of just getting a bucket or getting a good shot.
Yeah, putting the game in the ref's hands.
You should never put the game in the ref's hands. You just got to go out there and take care of business. Those last 10 seconds. That's you. Go get the bucket.
And they should know better as players.
They should know better.
They don't even want that. If we talk to the players, they would say that they don't want the ref to have to dictate the game. But yet a lot of them do try to make that attempt of doing that. Yeah, it's also a thing with the players where, like, we've heard the stories because, you know, we all love Derrick Rose up here. Remember when they were saying, it's hard to call the foul for Derrick Rose, he's so strong. So then it's like when players hear shit like that, and even before they heard it, I know they felt and thought that way. Now we created a culture where you have to sell it a little bit more because they don't want to call it because he's just so strong. He's not being bothered by it enough.
Same thing with Bron.
LeBron's probably had the worst whistle.
Jokic has a ridiculously bad whistle right now because he's not a seller of the contact.
I'm a guy that feels like every time Giannis drives, it's a foul.
Yeah.
Whether he's charging or he's getting fouled.
It's something that's happening.
Something is happening.
There's a lot of contact there.
So it's like, but Giannis is extremely strong that at times it looks like it doesn't affect him, but a foul is a foul. And that's where it kind of can get tricky, and that's why the refs also have a hard job because as much as people say they want their team to get the calls, you also don't want to watch a game where we just blowing a whistle every damn time. So it's a push and pull effect that we got to continue to evolve to.
Last night, Jokic didn't sell any calls. He tried to sell one. It was like a top of the key 3. He tried because Plumlee had his hand in and he tried to go up and he tried to sell it and the ref was like on the floor. It's like he just
they've been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah,
they've been doing a lot.
In that case, it 100% he was going up for a shot. But he's like, nah, we're not.
Luka does a great job of like if he feels any contact, he just throws it at the rim. And then he gets mad at the ref calling on the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, we all know you was not shooting that ball right there. You was definitely looking to pass it, but you felt a little bit of contact. Or you
heard the whistle.
Yes.
And he's like, the rim is right there.
Yes.
A lot of conversations, obviously, is around Shai when it comes to free throw stuff. And I had this tweet from January. This season, Shai has a lower free throw rate than Joel Embiid's MVP season, Giannis's MVP season, James Harden's MVP season, Russell Westbrook MVP season, Kevin Durant's MVP season, LeBron James, all of his MVP seasons, Kobe's MVP season, Dirk's MVP season, AI's MVP season,
His
Shaq's
team
MVP
is
season.
putting belt to ass a lot more.
Yes, they are. Karl Malone MVP season and 3 of Jordan's MVPs. The point is, if you're a great scorer and you're going to be an MVP, 95% of the time, you're going to get to the free throw line.
Yeah,
it has always been that way.
I don't know a dude who leads the league in scoring haven't got to the free. Maybe except Bradley Beal.
Steph Curry.
Oh yeah,
Steph Curry's
Bradley
like the
Beal and
only
Steph Curry are probably the only two to do it.
And even Bradley Beal, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't remember.
And that's also we're talking about play styles.
Yeah,
the motherfuckers can't guard Shai. Simply put, so he gets to the free throw line.
He's so
Like
damn
hard.
shifty and crafty.
Like all those guys.
You know who is also crazy? Because like in a different way,
8 free throws attempts per game for
Bradley Beal. Damn, I was
he
not
had to get
expecting
so
that.
many free throws off this, but Kobe just doing his double, triple,
Oh, yeah.
And
quadruple.
that's why I feel like people just complain for no reason. Like Kobe and Dwayne Wade, they were in foul baiters if that's what you want to do.
Is it just because they pump faked and they not doing all the other gimmicks?
But
But
again,
even then,
I'm
it's
looking
like
at that
that's it's still drawing the foul because
it
I'm
is.
smarter and better than you.
Yeah,
And
I-
also, if you fall for the pump fake if I do it 3 times and you fall for the third one.
But the thing
you
is,
just
that's what
goofy.
made that shit so great. Is because if you didn't jump or try to contest, Kobe, he would just raise them right
Yeah.
over. It was just an open
All right,
shot.
I ain't got you. Bet I got you. It's just a normal
So it's
jumper.
like, you not gonna jump? Yeah, I
Say less.
take
Exactly.
2 then. But if
as
you,
an offensive player, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have the defender at your mercy. And so now, if you already fear me because I'm Kobe Bryant, you have to respect my drive. You have to respect the mid-range pull-up.
They can't stop the drive.
Now when I'm pump faking and you don't know when to contest or when to stay down, and I know, as Kobe Bryant, I know that they telling you stay down, stay down. So now I'm about to really mind F you. So now you don't jump the first time, swish. Oh yeah. You listen to them coaches as we walking down. Now I come back down and I'm pump faking your ass jump, and now I'm going to the free throw line.
Who was the
Chris
rookie?
Paul used to do it a lot.
Yeah.
With the little hand stuff.
Who was the rookie that said he had a bet with his vet that he would not jump into DeMar DeRozan?
And he jumped.
And he jumped
I
the
don't
first
even
one
remember.
and got N1. I forget. It was somebody from either this year's class or last year's class. I do not remember.
That DeMar pump fake is
it's always so
Kobe
much
disciple.
Yeah,
easier.
it's lethal.
It's always so much easier said than done.
It's so easy, so much easier said.
You know
than
who got
done.
a nice pump fake? That if
Tommy
you need-
Mahawkin?
No, it's similar though. Cal Anderson.
Yes.
Cal Anderson's pump fake. It literally looks like he's.
It's
Those
because
are
he's
the
the
best
exact
ones.
Yes,
same.
it's exact
It's
same.
exact same. That load up. Remember they didn't want him to play? Like they didn't want him on the team, and now he has to play for the team that didn't want him.
I know Jokic stuff nasty too because he got that slow wind up.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta kind of
You
run
be
out
like,
there.
Yeah.
He had a 30-20-20 game last night.
Yeah,
Disgusting
just
stuff.
picking apart the Suns.
My God. Just
Now, what's crazy is like his video game number. Like that's literally when 3 years ago, we used to have the grind out that guy
Yeah,
on
my career.
and you would
That's
just
what
play
made me
12
think about
minutes,
that. Yeah.
and you look up, you like, I got a 30-20-20 game, like just doing shit because you're bored.
And you could do that at point guard.
Did y'all hear? I think they were saying like
That's my point though. You did at
Yeah.
point guard. He didn't have 30-20-20. Russ had the 20-20-20.
Bro, did you see that?
As a guard,
I
put
think
things in
like
perspective.
somebody had said it like after the game. Jokic literally asked Russ like, "You ain't had 30-20-20?" Like that's the type of shit you just be on. Like,
He's like,
he
this
never
is
knew
normal
it.
for him.
For real.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Like, nah, I was 10 points off, brother.
Now, Van Pelt had asked him, like, do you ever, like, just sit back and think about all the crazy stats you have? He's like, maybe when I retire. Like, okay. All right, yo. All right, yeah.
I don't think he seems like he just kind of he loves basketball, but it seems like basketball isn't his life.
I think in order to be this good, it has to be his life, but it's not the only part of his
Yeah,
life. Just
yeah.
like you love basketball, it's your job, but you love wrestling, you love other things. He loved his horses and probably drinking and smoking hookah too, but I don't know.
I agree, I think he
love
loved the game.
I want him to keep drinking and smoking his whatever.
It's
he's doing.
working.
Yeah, it's working. I don't think the Denver Nuggets are going to trade him.
Yeah, there's 0% chance you become this good at something without loving or it being the main portion
No
of your
way.
life.
No way.
Well, yeah, that's true.
No
I wouldn't
way.
say he don't love
No
it,
way
but
at
I
all.
feel like
Like,
he loves a lot of things.
Yeah, people get to the league strictly off like athletic ability and not loving it.
Yes.
To be the
You
guy
think
and the
more
best
so,
in the world,
and
you gotta
again,
love
this
it.
is just like a theory. Do you think it could be more so like obviously he loves the game of basketball. He just might not love everything that comes attached with being an NBA
Yeah, I
player.
think
Yeah,
that's
that's-
what it
that's
is.
what it
He
is.
doesn't
Yeah,
like
that's kinda what I
fame.
meant.
He doesn't like interviews. I mean, when we saw him in that in Despicable Me commercial and that Hotels commercial, that felt like ridiculous. Like we never thought he would do that. He probably never do it again. It's like, I'm here to play basketball, make a lot of money for my family, and then go home back to Serbia when the season is over.
Ain't it kind of crazy the league that we in? That a second-round pick that was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial is the best player in the league?
Yeah, man.
That doesn't even make sense.
Greatest league in the world, if you ask me.
Is
Tom
he the
Brady
only?
wasn't Tom Brady the last pick of the draft?
Not last, but he was.
some like
They
he
were-
wasn't
he
no
wasn't
first round.
Mr.
I think Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant.
Brock Purdy. Okay.
Oh wow.
And Isaiah Thomas,
Isaiah Thomas.
Sam Merrill.
What
Yeah.
round was Mike Trout drafted? First.
I couldn't tell you.
Mike Trout. He wasn't first round, but Mike Trout was at the draft.
I just
He
think
sure. He might have been like the 4th or 5th pick.
we're getting spoiled like with basketball right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see a world where we see that for a long time, where a second-round pick becomes the best player in the league, and it's like it's not even close.
Mike Trout was the 25th overall pick. Okay.
Oh, look, there it is. There's the people, Omaha team. Amin Thompson was the rookie last year to bite on DeMar DeRozan pump fake. That's the what I was
Oh.
referring to. And he paid Fred VanVleet $100 for.
Damn.
It's like, Freddie's his old teammate. Like, I know you're going to fall for that DeMar DeRozan.
So yeah, Brady's 6th round pick.
But yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the beauty of sports is, like KB said, you can have a lot of people gonna make it to their high levels and get a lot of attention off their God-given ability, but to be the best of the best, at some point you're gonna have to, the work gonna have to kick in. I think that's what decided. I was talking to somebody on Teed Up, and was it Teed Up? I don't know. I was talking to somebody who was in the league, and I was asking them, like, do they think a lot of people just like want to get to the NBA? And they was like, oh, hell yeah. A lot of people just want to make it. It's not like I want to be great. You have a select few that's like driven to be great, but a lot of people get to the NBA and be like,
My job here is done.
I got it. I'm
I
here.
got those direct deposits that hit a few
I'm
times.
here.
And they didn't got comfortable.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's easy to get comfortable when you make that much money.
Yeah.
Especially
so.
on those rookie contracts do be nice. And I
I mean,
can definitely see that.
End of the first round rookie is making enough money to change lives. Like you're not even your life, your whole family's life. Like just $1 million, $2 million can change the perspective of everything.
Especially annually. You know about-
I
the
wanted
only
to,
reason I'm not saying I disagree. The only thing that I would say is like, I feel like I would be reversed. Because it's by now, 2025, there's so many different stories. There's so many different examples. It's not just like a 30th overall pick that went broke. We got guys who were like we got guys who was getting quote unquote max contracts from their time, and the league is so like here today, going tomorrow. That boy, I'd be right. If I was in the NBA, I obviously would be happy I got my bread and I would be buying Rolexes and shit. But I'd be scared that if I ain't doing shit, KB over there working, and if I get too comfortable, he gonna be most improved player, and there ain't gonna be no bag for me, or even if you ain't thinking about no on a competitive level for competition, sports is always scary to me because you're one injury away, man.
Yeah,
you're one injury away. You could be on your way to having the craziest season, about to get a bag, and you turn that ankle the wrong way, and now a team is just like, I'm cool. That's why I always said, like, I have sympathy a little bit for Mark Williams, because that information may always be something that teams use as leverage whenever he has a time to pay, to get paid, because it's like, we're going to pay you, but we're not going to pay you as much as you possibly could have got, because the records show that any year now your knee could, or your back or whatever
Whatever it was,
and that sucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sucked. And they're going to use this, the business. They're going to
Yes.
use it against them, man. They're going to. Hopefully it's
Unless
something.
he just comes out and he's just dominant.
Which
He
I
just
hope
kinda
for.
Just,
I
he
hope.
puts it all to bed.
I want everybody to
wondered,
get paid in the league, but
like, what percentage of like players when they go into the off season, how many of players are actually looking like, I'm taking this time to work on my game, get better, versus like,
It's
hey,
vacation.
not even just go on vacation. Like, I'm just gonna spend this time with my family. Like,
Oh well, I think there's probably a lot of them that do that. Like especially those first few weeks, you've been on the road so much. Especially if you got kids at home and everything, a wife. You probably definitely want to be like, I'm finna spend a few weeks just chilling with the family. Because I'm on the road a lot. So like, I gotta take this time to really just sit at home. Sometimes A dude probably just want to sit in his man cave a little bit and like play the game, play 2K or something, just like relax. Maybe not even play nothing with it. He probably want to play Madden, like LeBron. Like LeBron want to sit up and play Madden. We never hear about LeBron sitting up and playing 2K. I think they just all want to decompress.
It's real like easy to think that a lot of these players are just like, let me spend 1,000 hours in gym, and this is during off season. Like, just keep working on my craft, whatever. But these people are like real people too. Like they have their lives, they have shit they want to do outside of basketball when it comes time to it. And I probably think that like a lot of players look at the off season like this is literally my time to, chill out.
I think a lot of players put work in. I just think a lot of players go about it wrongly. I don't think that a lot of guys is just I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm not saying that there's 8 guys that are, but I think a lot of guys are in the gym because if you think about their life and what they do, if I play for the Detroit Pistons and I have multi-million dollars, even if I'm not Cade, if I am, I don't know.
Ron Holland.
Simone Fontecchio.
If I'm Simone Fontecchio, wherever he's from, he's probably the guy.
Italy? That sounds like
it does.
Italian name.
He's a multi-millionaire. He has gym access anytime he wants. Anytime he wants. So in theory, even if he is in Greece on summer vacation, he'll get access. He's going to be somewhere where he can, have his nutrition work out. It only takes them 2 hours of their day.
That's what I was going to say. Because, you think about the NBA season, it's literally days at a time between the travel and all of that stuff. When it's the off season, you can spend like 4 hours a day and still have so much day left to be with the family. You do 2 hours of workouts, 2 hours of treatment, and then you go home and be with the family.
And I'm a multimillionaire, so 9 times out of 10, part of that is probably at home.
Yeah.
I have a gym in my basement. Now I might have to get shots up somewhere else to get some runs in.
Shit, with this type of money, I feel like a lot of people got actual courts in their house.
That's true too, but it ain't nothing like. You know what I'm saying? The environment of a certain type of gym for certain
I guess
shooters, everybody different.
More thought process on it is just like, say a guy shot 32% from 3 or something. Like he's just been struggling to shoot. Like how much time is he actually working on that 3 versus like he's just staying in shape. He's just keeping his body ready for the regular season.
But that's why I feel like some people and I'm only speculating. I don't know anybody.
Because a dude could put all the work in,
Yeah,
all
like
the
Shaq
work in
said,
and
he was
just not
working on free
translate.
throws all the time.
Yeah.
That shit never translated, not even close.
But that's why I said people might be going about it different because if you go in there and that's all you're trying to do now, your other parts of your game may hurt. That's why when Jalen Wells gave the best answer to me when he said in offseason he works as the guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend I'm the man. I know I'm going to a team with Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson, but I'm just going to work as I'm the man. So whenever any situation, I'm going to be prepared for. I got a homie in the NBA. His name Ty, and he told me the hardest thing was actually going to the NBA because there's nobody there to babysit you. Like when he went to college, they have programs and you got to be on the campus and they got everything in control for you. You're gonna be here at 1, 2. You get drafted, you get money. And it's like, Mike, when the season starts next year, be ready. If you want to sit on your ass and go to the club every day, nobody's going to tell you not to on the team. You do that. But then if you show up and you ain't on shit and you out of shape and everything, then you're going to be affected by it. But there's nobody there to police it if you don't have a strong team around you. And I was like, that's a good-ass point because I'm sure, people, like we talked about, people get to the NBA, make their first couple bucks, get some attention, got a nice car and some jewelry. And
you have probably all the resources right there for you.
Yeah.
So sitting on your ass just seemed like the most counterproductive thing to do.
Do y'all
if
think
somebody was to sit on their ass, it's probably a big man? I ain't got to work on rebound.
Oh, yeah. I mean, essentially, rebound is one of those stats, just effort. You just got to be in shape.
Instinctual, yeah.
Yeah. Do y'all think Luka could be, like this offseason, could y'all think we could see a lot of him working out with LeBron this offseason?
I feel like in the 6 years we've had of Luka Doncic, we don't really see his offseason except for that one video that he got made fun of for because he was doing it slow.
Well, no, we did see that one thing of him in Slovenia. He was running up the stairs and shit. He was like,
That's
he was
true.
really getting in shape. And then he came out and had that crazy season last year.
Same time, we don't see a lot of Braun workouts either.
Unless he's with Brickley.
True.
But, yeah, I would say unless.
I love not seeing player workouts.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm in the middle. I agree with you, but as a fan, I do like to see it.
I just fail for
It depends
one
what
too
it
many
is.
times.
I seen
that
Patrick
is.
I was
Williams
gonna say,
highlight.
sometimes there might be
I'm
some
like,
false
let's go.
hope. I seen this.
I just like to see what they do. What
Yeah.
makes
Sure.
them
I seen Christian Brown working out one time, bro. He was looking raw as hell. I'm like, bro.
Hey, Christian Brown is raw as hell.
Yeah.
I like watching like his workouts because he was doing all the moves. He had like the people right there helping him. He had the little extra tall things.
Was it the lift training? Not the lift training, but like the finishing over
yeah,
the
it was doing a lot.
thing.
I'm like, bro, he's showing off the handles too. I'm like, this is some content I can enjoy. But if it's, bro, they said, who was it? I can't even remember. It don't matter. But it'll be Rudy Gobert shooting threes, and it's like, that's probably not going to happen.
We've seen
We've
videos
seen
of him
that
knocking it down.
2 off seasons.
It's
We saw
probably
him
not
hitting
going to
it.
happen.
But that's why I love Switch Cultures because they get that, and what they also get is the pregame. I just love to see what the professionals do. The same way I'm sure aspiring podcasts would love to come in here and just see what we do, even though it ain't.
We don't do anything.
Yeah, we don't do shit. They would probably just curious.
I remember they had a
They'd be so
whole,
disappointed.
right.
they had a whole little special on like Steph Curry's pregame warm up, and it had to be amazing for a lot of people to watch. But to him, it's probably like I've been doing this shit for years.
Right.
You know,
Jerry
but-
McCain sat courtside
And
during
watch
this
like
injury
a hawk.
and just watched. They said you couldn't even get his attention off Steph Curry.
AirPods are doing the same thing. So, yeah, I like the player workouts. I definitely feel y'all. It's definitely crazy when your 27th overall pick, who had like a just typical rookie year, didn't play much, and he in that summer work.
He in that
You know who had
run,
the
yo.
coldest one though?
Who?
Bilal. When Bilal was on that bike, they had like a training hype video, and he was on the bike, listening to music, and then he was going crazy. He's tough though. So you know, but I feel you with the disappointment.
They had one of Zach LaVine where he had that little.
Oh,
It's
Zach
like-
LaVine's one of those dudes who gonna have
He
a
had that
crazy
thing
workout
around
tape.
like
With
his
the-
waist or whatever, so
in
it
the
gives the
sand?
resistance, and he's running
Yeah.
in the sand. I'm like, I know that shit.
Do y'all remember when Kevin Durant had that whole documentary?
about
Like his
Which
offseason?
one?
no.
Oh man, it was him and Russ in the sand dunes. You could see him training. Y'all ain't never seen that shit before.
No.
I just remember
It's a whole documentary. That's
Man,
crazy.
this back when he played for OKC.
Damn.
You cause he making calls. They showing what he
man.
eating. He training.
I
One
feel
workout
like
to another.
Randy Moss when he was on the Raiders, man, they love the haters. His woman
Be
so
you
fine. I give it
crazy.
gas payments. Shout out
And
to my
then
favorite rapper, Kevin
45
Durant,
minutes
man.
from that, you gonna be like, man, this is stuck in my head. I
I
think
swear to you, bro, I'm watching this game while laying in bed last night, and he hit that shot, and I start thinking about
You
that
started
verse.
singing that verse.
And it has not left my head since, bro. I feel like
yeah,
Randy
Kevin
Moss when
Durant,
he was
the
on
offseason,
Raiders.
full documentary. It's 51 minutes. Me and my brother Bub used to watch this shit and just be like, let's go to the gym.
What
I
do y'all
wanna-
think? What do y'all think LeBron's the type the way he like? I don't want to really work out with people in the off season. I just want to just be by myself and be with the family.
I feel like that's him. But I mean,
Like he
if-
probably
I've
wanna
seen
just-
Bron workout shits before when he was with the Heat. He was hopping out of a Ferrari going to his workouts, getting treatment.
Oh shit. I just think that would be great for Luka to just spend the off season with him.
Well, I don't think he's ever going to spend an offseason with him.
No,
because
just part of it.
His
Some of
home.
it. Yeah.
is-
It's like he in the pool house of the James house.
he's there for Taco Tuesday.
Go
He playing rivals with Bronny.
Hell yeah. Now we got FaZe Luca. I want to talk about my Sacramento Kings because there was a lot of conversations around them this week.
A lot of them actually.
A
That's,
really like a good amount.
especially with De'Aaron Fox returning.
Yeah.
Why is that your Sacramento King?
Because it's like watching the Bulls without stakes.
Because I
It's the
remember
same roster.
on one of these shows that's on Enjoy, and I got my producer over there. You remember what I said, Christian? It's gonna be real funny when the Kings make it and the Spurs don't. And it's looking like, and I meant to
way
play
more
in. I
likely.
meant to play in.
But no, the only reason I say this because I get to watch Zach LaVine hoop and DeMar hoop and not care if they win or lose. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
So it's
And Zach has been on a burner.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Man.
Like-
He's been killing.
Yesterday in that second quarter, bro, they was just.
I
he
took
was
him
just
at 2.5 threes.
Yeah.
He had it before half.
Yes, he was just letting it fly,
Cash.
bro, in that second
Cash.
quarter.
You back betting, huh?
Yeah. I've been on a nice little streak too, and I think that's the worst part.
I haven't been betting ever since we got that money. I just kind of be chilling.
I just because I'm just
So
doing
that money's
straight
in your
bets.
account?
No, I lost.
Damn.
Shout out Vegas. All right, so De'Aaron Fox just had his return to Sacramento. The response was what you would have expected. A lot of boos. They gave him a tribute video. The tribute video is pretty cool. It goes through like every single era when he had the high hair with the little rat tail.
I missed that.
And he was the Vegeta or
No,
was he
no
Goku?
rat tail. That's Colin Sexton. His shit was a little hanging thing
Yeah,
Oh, right, it was
it
in front, it was
was
in front.
yeah,
with
it
the
was
little
front.
bead on it.
Yeah.
But there was a report that said that Mike Brown's firing is one of the reasons why De'Aaron Fox decided to go if Mike gets fired, I'm going to be on my 5th coach. I'm not going to play for another coach. I'm going to play for another team, is what he said. And he said he always wanted to be a one-team guy for his whole career. He loved it there. Everybody bleeds purple. But he was just tired of the constant rotation of coaches and teammates and so on. And then he went to one of the most stable places in basketball. And I just thought it was interesting that was it. Because I remember when Mike Brown got fired, De'Aaron Fox had those comments about like, man, at least his money guaranteed, And then right before he was fired, when they did that practice, he went up to De'Aaron Fox and talked to him, and people was playing body language police when he went back to Malik Monk, thinking that De'Aaron Fox knew that he was about to get fired and was plotting on Mike Brown's downfall. And according to this report from ESPN, it's like, no, that was the last straw for him to officially request a trade.
And honestly, I think it's okay I've always been like, it's okay for a guy to be selfish. And like, I don't think he owed that organization anything at that point. I think he did what he could. And it's hard to really thrive successfully under ownership who isn't going to make the right decisions. Like, they really haven't shown that they could build a competent roster around him that can be, substantially good and that could compete at a high level. They could definitely be mid all they want. They could definitely do that. But I think De'Aaron Fox just had bigger aspirations. He wanted to be around somewhere that had an established culture. I did think Mike Brown brought a culture when he got there initially, but you could definitely tell that these last 2 seasons, there has been a shift. And it really hasn't been the same ever since that really first season when it was like the 3rd or 4th seed. They was lighting the beam. Everything was great and sunshine was everywhere in Sacramento. But I'm happy to see him, and I'm so happy that he made that decision and that he's in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. The only weird thing for me, because honestly the whole situation is kind of weird with De'Aaron Fox. Like, again, I thought he was a guy that was probably going to be there for a minute, too. I didn't really know how much the coaching – and I guess it just goes to show for everybody, like, you don't really know how much that stuff affects guys, whether it be people, whether it be teams or coaches or teammates or coaches coming in or out the door. So it's like a different outlook. But other than that, like, for Sacramento, I just feel a little bad for them because they don't have a guy no more. Like, even with Sabonis and all that, like, they had people, but I don't see nobody's really a staple. Like, they just have a really good team right now.
I even saw a report where DeMontis Sabonis is supposedly going to meet with them in the
that's
summer.
the next thing.
That was like the next domino effect after that.
To see clarity about the Sacramento Kings plan this offseason, Fox reportedly not alone in his feelings and wasting the best years on a team mirrored in mediocrity.
Yeah.
But he got his money. He already signed his extension, so he's like, I got my money, so now I can start to play. But it's the same thing will happen with De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox did the same thing going into last season. I want to see exactly what your plan is for this organization. They don't really have that much of a plan.
Yeah.
Right. So
I don't think you're not trading Zach. Zach is going to be there. So I think essentially when I saw that, I was like, well, Sabonis, I got news for you. That roster is going to damn near look identical.
Why don't you think Zach's going to be there?
Just because I think the last year of his contract is a very expensive contract too. I think
that's when we normally see those contracts be moved, when it's only you bite the bullet on that one last year, and then you wash your hands when it's done.
I just think a team would just have to gut their roster in order to get him.
Yeah, I just don't think you trade Zach LaVine and get better.
Yeah, because like you're gonna have to give up so much, unless you just have another big contract that you don't want.
And he's been so good this season too, man. It's one of the few times in his career where he has a positive plus minus.
But he actually did start the season, not the season, but the Sacramento run.
A little struggling.
He did start it off a little rough.
Yeah.
But then it's just like he just took off.
So you mean Zach LaVine being there just for this next year?
Yeah, I think Zach LaVine is probably not going to be a King after next season.
Me too. That's why I asked you that.
That's fair.
But I don't see him getting traded anytime soon either. He's going to play out this contract.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if he was a part
market.
of the Kings, mostly because they'll probably pay him whatever he wants.
But I just think as an organization,
at that point, they would be wild.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah.
As an organization, that wouldn't even make sense.
But
why the hell would I? Because what he's going to want is like $40+ million. He's not going to want to come off making 50 and go down to like 25 or
I don't
something.
think he at 50. Is he at 50?
No, he's not 50. It's like 44.
44?
But also, I think he would be worth mid-30s.
Well, yeah.
Like he's still an all-star
I just don't think
player.
as an organization that's smart for me to give him a 4-year, whatever, $35 million a year.
By the time it's time to pay him and figure that out, I think they should have a concrete direction.
Yes.
And if that concrete direction is not,
So you think that Zach LaVine's going to go into the open market and make $25 a year?
No, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't see why they would pay him
'Cause
35 to 40.
What's the alternative?
We go into a rebuild. We blow this shit up. Why would I stay here and be competing for a play-in? I just don't see the value in that. If I'm not like if the Rockets were a team that was playing in the play-in, I would see that. They're a young, up-and-coming team. This is deemed successful.
But I
they
do want to
won't
remind
achieve
you
that.
what organization we're talking about.
Yeah, it's the king.
A play-in every single season might be okay with what they're trying to do.
And
they
that-
went 17 years without any postseason noise at all.
And I just think that that's just stupid.
And I'm
as
not.
hell.
I would agree with you, but I'm just trying to
'Cause
think
then
about the
those draft
reality.
picks also
Because if that was the case, they would have just traded De'Aaron Fox for all of the future assets, right? Zach LaVine adding to this team after the De'Aaron Fox trade don't change their outlook.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could have traded him for all of the future assets, which is why a lot of people in
that's-
Sacramento
yeah.
kind of felt the way. I hate doing this, but I'm like right in between both of y'all. I think what KB is saying, I think it's logical to do for this year and that last year of Zach's contract
Yeah.
to just finish it out.
That's kind of what I'm on, too.
But now next year, when we get to the point of Sabonis talking about what the future is going to look like, so now you might have to move on from him. DeMar is not getting any younger. Then you're going to be left with a team that's Zach, DeMar, and like at that point it's like
I wouldn't be surprised this is a perennial
I'm washing my hands and I'm
retooling
committed.
team.
I just found out from our star player that
Can
what
you
we've
see
been doing
anybody
ain't
on
good
this
enough.
team for over 3 to 4 years?
Keegan Murray.
Even that is a question mark. It ain't
No,
like Keegan Murray,
but
like-
he asking, and I'm
Yeah.
that's my answer.
Because, like,
is
Keegan Murray isn't deemed, I don't think he's young. He's like an older young guy.
Yeah, and it ain't like he blowing the barn doors off. He's a decent player for
Yeah.
sure, but
Yeah.
I think people's opinion about him is kind of staggered as far as like what his ceiling can be. After that rookie season, he came out guns blazing. He's breaking rookie shooting records and everything.
Off of that roster, to answer my question, who would y'all say would y'all pick for 4 years?
For 4 years.
Or what was your question?
Basically, who can you still see on this roster within the
Hard
next
for
3
me
to
to
4
see.
years?
Keon,
I would
Yeah,
say
him
5,
and
but I don't
Keon.
even want to go that far.
Him and Keon Ellis are the only, but even the way Keon Ellis plays with the contract that he has, that would be so sought after.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And also, I wouldn't be surprised if Keon Ellis pursued a better situation.
oh hell no, no. That's going to break.
So
Everybody,
nobody's ever going to play for the Kings. Then.
yeah.
Everybody can't be thinking about better situations.
We
Grass
also
is
have
greener.
to
We will have 6 teams in basketball.
But we also have to be understanding
They all
of
just on one team.
who everybody is too. Keegan Ellis is not a first round pick. He's not a guy that is making buku money. He's a guy he needs a situation.
Yeah.
So I don't think imagine if Keon Ellis level players start saying, I need to go here. And that's what like KB said, nobody would, like we would
Do you remember
be,
when Furkan Korkmaz requested a trade for 3 years straight and they just didn't give
You
him a
remember when
trade?
Payton Pritchard said he said, I need a bigger role, or I
I know we
basically
in the
you might
finals.
as well trade me.
I know we're
they
in the
would
finals,
laugh.
but
Peyton Pritchard's situation is so crazy because then he blossomed into being a great player on the
because
team
they
that he
listened to
requested
what
a trade
they
for.
listened to what he said. I love everything he
Now
said.
he's dropping 40.
I just think it just kind of fell perfectly in their lap.
What?
They had him on a roster. They needed a backup point guard because they made the big trade.
No, I think they made the big trade because they believed in him. They traded Marcus Smart because they were like, we got this other dude that can play point guard for us.
They also was getting
Yeah.
Drew Holiday.
They was getting Drew Holiday back.
That's the Porzingis trade.
No.
Yes, it is.
I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all.
Yes, it is.
I can't remember right now.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is. Go look it up.
I'm pretty sure this is the big Dame trade.
All right. Let's
That
see.
is the Dame trade.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all want to bet $100 on it?
This is the Dame trade.
Do you want to bet? If you feel so comfortable, bet $100 on it.
No.
Bet
the
$100
Marcus
on
Smart.
it. Motherfucker, I do transactions.
No, I'm not doing
I'm telling you, Marcus Smart is traded in the Porzingis trade. The Grizzlies give up 2 first-round picks to get Marcus Smart. Remember, the Boston Celtics got a pick to take on Porzingis. Bet $100 if you're so confident that it was the Damian Lillard trade. Bet $100.
No, you're right.
Okay.
I had to
Is
think
it?
about
Can
it.
anybody look up? The
I'm
trade?
looking up right now.
KB was right.
Julian Phillips is in it. This is the Marcus Smart trade. Porzingis, Marcus Smart.
Well, there you have it.
There you go.
I move out the way of crossfire. If I had been in that, I'd have been a bully. I would have like done get in the middle of the wrong. Hey, I don't know that one. I'm gonna move. We'll see what they say about that confliction right there. If the energy would be the same. No, all jokes aside though.
Because I think the Dame trade is what? Robert Williams, Drew Holiday.
Malcolm Brogdon. No, was Brogdon in it?
No.
What trade was Malcolm Brogdon in?
Brogdon
He was
was
6 man of the year with the Celtics. How did he end up?
Was he in the Denny trade?
No. How did he end up from the Celtics to the
No,
Blazers?
he's in that trade.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then they flip him for Denny.
Boom.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then like 2 first-round picks in it as well, or something like that.
Which one was
I remember where I was when that
Bub
trade
or-
happened. I was so pissed
For Den? Well, which one?
The Denny
because I
trade I'm
wasn't at
talking about.
home to film a video. I was on the road on my way to Detroit, and I'm like, I'm missing out on so much money by not being able to talk about this trade for 3 more days.
Yeah.
3 first-round picks, and that's the Damian Lillard trade. 3 first-round picks. There you
Hey,
go.
at least they
How did we
maximize
get
they
to
start
how did
play.
we get to the Damian? How did we get to that conversation? That part of the
We were talking about the Kings and Keon Ellis and where he is as a
yeah,
player.
yeah.
and stuff
Like I
that.
just, it's tough. I just hope that they come up with a concrete thing. I agree with you, KB. I think it's some value for certain teams to push and be competitive. But I think you got this year, you got next year, and that would have been a nice little 4 or 5 run.
Yeah, I
and
think-
then after that, you got to make that decision to get to a point where we can have higher level success because you're only holding off the inevitable.
Yeah, fans become more restless too. All right, we've been here before, motherfucker. What's next?
Exactly.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing for the Bulls.
And
We've
the
been in
West is
play-in.
getting better and better and better. So even with you doing that, you still may end up on the outside looking in.
Yeah,
which
you
would
still
then-
might end up being 11th or 12th
Because they're a
seed.
good
That's a
team
double
right
whammy.
now, but that's
Yeah.
still 9th seed. you
And
know?
we're still talking about Vic being hurt and the Suns, like the
Pelicans
Mavericks.
probably going to be eventually, they going to get to where they want to be at.
So then it's like, man,
I
you
feel like
paying.
I said that every year for 4 years.
One of these
For the
years,
Pelicans?
they'll be
The Pelicans
right.
gonna
You did
Well,
the
they
eventually-
were
they were a
good
playoff
last year.
team.
You
for
did
sure.
the same thing with the Kings, and eventually they had
It
the year
worked.
where they were like one of the best seeds. So.
Yeah.
The Pelicans may have to make that decision too on what they're doing this offseason.
They're definitely coming back.
Hey, Zion been playing so
He
good.
has been
Run it
playing
back,
really good.
baby.
Man, they got to. And then they're going to have a top 5 pick, most likely. So it's like, yeah, we gonna do it
The
this way.
ingredients is there. They just have to believe in
Yeah,
it because
and
I mean, on paper you still have Zion Williamson. If he
DeJounte
looking like
Murray.
this, I'm loving.
What is DeJounte's
Herb
timeline?
Jones.
Herb Jones. Has been
Herb
out.
Jones is still in this team.
He made an All-NBA team last year, and they ain't heard from
All
him since.
defensive.
All defensive team.
Trey-
All-NBA's next year. My fault. I was thinking into the future.
Trey Murphy the third.
All-Star next year. 2 years from now.
Eves Missy has been a nice rookie.
What's his
All
name?
rookie team.
Yves.
Oh, Yves.
Yves.
Then DeJounte Murray.
What is his timeline? Because what is it, an Achilles for DeJounte?
Oh, yes, it is.
He won't be there. Okay.
He
At least
probably
a
will-
start.
You already
yeah.
starting off.
But they
Y'all-
might have Dylan Harper.
Yes. Good. Yeah. Exactly.
You know, like
you rest your
never know.
case.
You never know.
Put your phone down. Arrest my case.
I love the way Z has been playing. Now,
Me
he played
too.
against the Rockets, and they sent 4 bodies at him, and he shot 5 for 15 at the rim. But other than that game,
Well, every team that plays him, you see him literally being hovered by 4 bodies.
Yeah.
I mean,
he make it work every time.
He
Most
does.
of the time.
He looks phenomenal right now, man. Just the way he moving.
I'm kind of sad about it. Do y'all remember that report that, like, the Bulls are the favorite to get Zion
Yes.
if he
Yeah.
became available?
Imagine.
Imagine it, man.
I would have loved it.
Dead mission now. They not trading him. And if they do, we ain't got the assets necessary to go get him because he'll be a high commodity.
Yeah.
One of the things that I wanted to talk to y'all about, speaking of the Pelicans, because they were one of the teams that the Lakers spanked that ass to. The MVP conversation, for me, I don't know how y'all feel.
I'm so confused with where this is going.
It's just to me, I feel like it's starting to heat up a little bit more than what it was. For a lot of the year, I felt like obviously you got Shai Jokic, you even sprinkle some Giannis in there. You got to show some love to Tatum. But like since the All-Star break, hey bro, LeBron James, his hat is in the ring. Steph Curry hat is in the ring. And then even the other guys, like we can't find ourselves getting bored and complacent for Shai and faulting him because they just handling business.
Yeah.
And then you have a guy like Jokic who then said, oh, LeBron, he getting in the mix
He
now.
just keep ringing
He
that
go
bell.
30, 20, and
he
20.
keep ringing that bell. I'm glad you had kind of brought that up though, because I mean, there's times throughout the season where I was kind of thinking to myself, like, is there a chance Shai could actually be another unanimous like MVP?
Right.
Because the conversation around him has been like, this is his year, and he's been doing it too. So I'm glad that we've actually had this much talent in the league where Jokic has that type of game and he's challenging it, and like people are talking about he's kind of beating the voters fatigue type of allegations
me,
and
he
anything
is.
like that. And again, LeBron is doing this. Like, there's so much talent across the
Steph
league.
just had a 50-something game.
Yes, he
like
did.
MVP perform. I feel like LeBron versus the Knicks was an MVP level performance. It was like a statement game. Just the shot making, the leadership, the defensive effort. And we'll talk about the Lakers. Well, we can talk about the Lakers while being involved. Why are you making that spurt?
We got more of the Big Face Coffee and Joy collaboration for sale right now, and I just found out, so I was excited about it.
I thought you was laughing at
No.
the Lakers.
Hey, enjoybasketball.com. It might be sold out by the time this goes up, but go check it out.
Get yours because I got mine. And I've been seeing Jimmy wearing the hoodie. But yeah, I just feel like the way the Lakers been playing basketball, it was a cute little stretch, but now it's turning into something real. Second seed out west. They really handling business. They really taking care of it on the defensive end. And when you see LeBron James take that assignment of Karl-Anthony Towns and not just do what he was asked to do, but he was down there muscling him and kind of, took him out of the game.
For sure.
And I think it says a lot about LeBron, but I also think it's a reflection of J.J. Redick to see the effort LeBron is given, to see the effort that Luka was given and the communication level. You got guys that are playing at a level right now that I'm just kind of I'm baffled. Lakers are must-see TV right now for me personally because you got a guy like Gabe Vincent. Well, last year we was on here and Mo was like, man, got Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent hooping.
This last month or so,
Jackson Hayes made a pass that I was so proud of.
I've been preaching about Gabe Vincent.
In that second half or fourth quarter, he was on the roll and he threw it out to the corner. I'm like, I don't know if Jackson Hayes makes that pass a year or two ago.
Hey, on some real shit, I've been looking there's a lot of teams that have when it comes down to crunch time, they'll run backup centers or whatever instead of their usual starter centers or whatever. And I think, who was it? It don't even matter. The Suns had Mason Plumlee started or running the end of the game versus Nick Richards. And a lot of that was probably because Mason Plumlee could make the pass off that short roll whenever they doubled or anything like that. And it's just things like that, the little things, they will keep you in that game.
Mason Plumlee also was stat padding last night.
How?
He scored 8 straight points when the game was over in overtime. Just ducking the ball. Yeah. And his stat line looked pretty damn decent.
5 of 5 in overtime with 11 points in 55 seconds.
I feel like, I think that we all can agree that the top 2 dudes are the top 2 dudes. But just 2 days ago, it felt like Shai was running away with it. And then you get the 30-20-20 game. You're like, hold on. This is a real conversation. Then you think about the 3rd person on the ballot, the 4th person on the ballot. The All-NBA teams in general is about to be wild as fuck.
Yes, bro.
Because guys like Bron, who I penciled in as an All-NBA player, he got a conversation to be first team again. Same thing with Curry. And then that's pushing people maybe Jalen Brunson.
And it's crazy because Giannis just cool. We didn't even say nothing about Giannis.
The top 3 is set in my personal opinion.
We didn't say nothing about Giannis is so damn good. And he's just honestly just been chilling around that 3.
And this is a year with injuries.
All year.
Luka can't be included. Right. Joel won't be in there. Anthony Davis. This is a year where there's some of our guys are not going to be eligible, and it's still going to be a tough.
Impossible, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think LeBron smells blood in the water. I think he sees that, oh shit, we are literally the number 2 seed. We haven't been this good since 2020.
Yeah.
So he's taking it to another gear and seeing the defensive side of him
and even
be so engaged
part
is
of that
so
is
crazy.
You trying to tell me the best team out west average age is 24?
Right.
I like my chances in that as LeBron James. So
especially with me being the best player on this team.
And then also, and y'all,
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Right now,
You still think Bron think he ain't the best player on the team?
Right now, he's been the best player, yeah.
But I'm asking what you think he think.
If Luka was playing like Luka, he wouldn't.
Oh no, he defended.
Man, he said them young cats can't hang with me. Come on,
I was still my mind's still blowing it. I was on this show and y'all was telling me that LeBron James walk on the court and think that he's the 2nd best player on the floor. Shit.
Well,
now if that mic in front of his face, he might call Luka the best player.
And a lot of people was talking about the Knicks game.
I was hoping that you was gonna pop your shit a little bit.
And
I know it's a meaningless regular season game, but
because I think at the end of the day, and I'll probably pop my shit at some point, but at the end of the day,
you got that much longer, motherfucker. But you gonna pop it at the end of the regular season?
Nah, I might be end of the day.
He doing it the right way. When my Knicks was on fire last year, I ain't really popped the shit too much.
But at the end of the day, if the Bulls ever get good, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be talking shit.
I just know me and P not losing no type of sleep over that shit.
Oh
so
no,
it's just you know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying from the game perspective.
Yeah.
From the game perspective. I was like, damn, man, I'm trying to figure out who I want to blame.
I definitely wanted that shit.
I'm trying to figure out who I want to blame. Hell no.
But then hours went by. You know why I'm not tripping no more?
What?
It wasn't my fault. It wasn't the players' fault. You know whose fault it was?
Who?
How was we ever going to win if Stephen A was sitting courtside of LeBron
Oh,
at the
that's-
Energy? When I found out and when I seen that shit, I'm like, Stephen A, why we lost? We stood no chance if he was walking around that whole day with that mustard up in his body.
He just had that shit
you
all
damn
built
right
up.
he was down there out muscling Cat because you had him pumped up.
You know what's so funny too? Because I watched his the clip of it when he was kind of addressing the situation, and he started off by saying like, "LeBron got my number, his people's got my number. He could have called me, texted me.
Yeah, I see this too.
He could have just let me know. I would have flew to LA and we could.
Yeah.
He did that shit in person, and that's how you know that shit was built. He probably was thinking about that shit all damn game.
what-
And you know that
What
probably
got-
really blew him that he did it in face to face.
What got so crazy to me, like as the story kept unfolding, see, when I watched it, I thought the game was over.
He
and they
did
was
that
walking,
during a
He
timeout,
did that
bro.
During a timeout.
Yes, he did that during a KB. They
I
was sitting
swear
on
to God,
bro,
the whole time I thought the game was over.
No, KB, they did that during a timeout. He got up during the
third
middle of the
quarter.
timeout, and he confronted. He literally got up in the middle
So
of the
Stephen A.
timeout.
Smith had to watch a whole 2 extra quarters after feeling that.
My
Yes.
Knicks was the last thing on his mind.
Because at that point, they were down by like 12 or 13, right?
Didn't give a damn about the Knicks. He said, ain't nothing. I'm going to take care of them. Damn.
I got business to take care of.
I got some real issues over here. Hey, JJ, give me a second. I got something more serious than the Knicks right
Shit
now.
would have been funny. He'd have been like, you know what? Matter of fact, Bronny, come on.
Right.
Bronny get some PT. Oh,
No,
to
he
talk
said
shit?
no. He
I
said
almost
he
got
said
sent tail.
no. He
There was a
said
Bronny James verified Twitter thing that posted him and LeBron like it said 6 hours ago after all of this shit. I'm like, Bronny crazy. Then I
now.
clicked
What if
it.
he would have went up to Stephen A? He was like, "Now apologize." To him.
No.
Hell no.
But you know what's funny about that too?
What?
I'm such a
That happened during the game.
Yeah.
I'm such a
Crazy.
detailed oriented person. Marquise Morris standing there like security.
Yes, bro.
Like police.
That was him in the gray.
It's like
gray
Brian
hoodie.
told him, "Hey man, I'm finna go check his ass now." And Marquise like, "Bet."
He said, "Shit."
I love those type of teammates,
Yeah.
man. I love those type of teammates. But yes, it was
Markeith's team, he keep a job now.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. But yeah, man. During the
man,
game,
that's crazy,
I thought that man did that and walked to the locker
yes.
room.
Yeah.
And that was during the game.
Are y'all doing it like that too?
What? Doing what?
How Bron did it?
I'm not LeBron. If I
a
was
reporter
LeBron,
was
yes.
on your son,
No. It's
Who was
not
it?
a reporter. It's Stephen
Stephen
A.
A.
Smith.
Yeah, if it was Stephen A. Smith.
Yes.
You doing it like that?
I'm not doing it to any. I saw people on Twitter, man, we can't talk about Bronny now.
Hey, bro,
y'all
that-
ain't Stephen A. Smith. It's
It
a
was
big
also
difference.
funny,
and
too.
also, I think people are missing the point. Bronny is a second round
Get
pick.
in your bag, D.
Bronny's a
Mills.
second round pick. They're not even talking about the second round picks that are like thriving. Like they're not talking about Jalen Wells or none of the other second round picks that are doing good. They are literally specifically picking on Bronny just because his name is attached to LeBron and they can use it to get clicks and views. LeBron knows that, and you're gonna go on national television and thrash my son and talk about how he's not in the NBA. That's just disrespectful. Y'all not talking about none of the other second round picks, but y'all gonna attach yourself to him just because it's the closest thing to me.
I feel like
And I
that's
just think
not
that's
even.
bullshit.
I don't even feel like that's LeBron's problem. I don't think LeBron ever thought in the world his sons were going to pursue basketball and weren't going to be criticized.
Yes.
I feel like LeBron's
But
issue,
I think it's unnecessary criticism.
I feel like LeBron's issue is the way somebody like Stephen A., who's one of the biggest, if not the biggest face in it,
Yeah.
the way they went about it. It's a line and it's a way to do your job without making it feel like it's being distastefully done. And I think that's been a lot of players' issue. It comes with the job. It comes with the territory. I think a lot more other people have said much more worse things about Bronny. Bron ain't stepping to them or doing any of that because he don't look at them the way he looks at Stephen A.
Yeah.
And I think that's why. So when I see people on Twitter, man, this is bullshit. We can't talk about Bronny. Y'all can talk about Bronny. Bron don't give a damn about y'all. He clearly holds Stephen A. to a different standard, and that was enough to have him do that. Would I have done the same thing? I don't know. But I don't deal with the shit LeBron James and his family have to deal with.
Yeah.
Bronny
That's
was,
also probably not the first time he's confronted a reporter. It's also probably just
think
never.
so?
I don't think so.
I think we would have heard about
I
it.
think also this moment, though it was done in public, only one person got a video of it.
Yeah.
So like there is a world where this happened and nobody ever knew it did.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, okay.
What was you about to say?
I was going to say, is there any world where that Stephen A. on his show said he wouldn't have talked about it.
Right.
And I'm going to give Stephen A. that I'm going to believe the benefit of the doubt, because I do think there is stuff that Stephen A. has not always talked about. I was going to say, you don't think, but maybe you're right, and maybe Stephen A., I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, wouldn't have said anything about it.
I think the Flight Mike was the one that got the video, the YouTuber.
You think?
I think so.
No, I think it came out.
So
that
you
it
haven't
wasn't.
seen all the other shit?
Mm-mm. What other shit?
So in the little basketball creator land, Flight Mike, that's his video, but Lowe had reshared it. And when Lowe reshared it initially, that's what got it traffic.
I did see Lowe get credited for it.
Yeah, I
so
did see that too.
then the Flight Mike dude, who I don't know, I don't know.
He's just another creator.
I just seen him for the first time yesterday. I know his videos, but I don't know how he looked. I just seen it for the first time. He go out and he says Lowe is classless. So then Lowe responds in a very passionate video, basically saying, like, look, when ESPN and
that's okay. Yeah, that's funny. Okay.
but he said,
Because I know these people.
right, for sure. Exactly. So that was Lowe's point. Lowe was saying, wait, hold up. Here go receipts of ESPN, all these New York Posts or whatever, asking me, can they use the video? And I'm saying, he has the DMs. He's showing, this ain't I'm sorry for the confusion. This is Flight Mike's video. And then the video, he then does his.
Yeah, Lowe can't control who they give credit to, especially if he told them it wasn't his.
But he did the decency of saying it ain't mine.
Right.
And then he says, but hold up. Since we on this topic of being classless, you use Kobe Bryant death and all of these other things. And then he was saying that he did like a top 24 Lakers that Kobe played with video. And he was literally saying words that was in his personal article. And
I was about to try to predict what you were about to say.
I'm sorry. I should have let you. And again, I'm not familiar with dude. His content ain't really my type of bag. But yeah, Low. And then at the end, Low turned up.
So we got some NBA creator beef.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
The comments was interesting too. I feel like Lowe made some good points and stood his ground. I may be a little biased because I actually know Lowe versus Dude, but I'm always on the side of right is right, wrong is wrong. They was trying to say that Lowe was flipping the script of like
Draymond.
you got called out and now you doing but I ain't take it that way. It's like, you know.
Again, based on the context you gave me, him getting called out means nothing because he did everything in his power to give proper credit. You know what I'm saying? He can't control if ESPN still miscredits the video if he did his due diligence and say, no, it's not me. But again, I haven't seen it to know what else is involved other than what you told me.
He was telling backstory about their relationship because he blocked them. And dude was like, she was showing
Flight block Lowe?
No, Low blocked Flight 5 years ago, supposedly. And then I guess when Flight was making the tweets that
Let's
called
say
him.
Flight Mike, because Flight is.
Right, Flight reacts. Flight Mike. That show you how tapped in I am with Flight Mike or whatever. But Low has Flight Mike blocked.
Okay.
When Flight Mike was making these tweets calling them classes, he was also saying like, man, he's had me blocked for a while. I don't know what he has against me. All that. I guess it must have been when I started doing better than him. And then so Low broke down why he had him blocked. He said with his Kobe jersey behind him framed up. Y'all know Low said he's like, man, you was benefit off of Kobe after he died. It was distasteful. It was classless for, ironically. And then he was also saying, I even gave you the benefit of the doubt. Years went on, I unblocked you. And then he referenced that one video of him basically stealing that article and making a video out of it. Then he said, I blocked you again after that. And, that was pretty much the premise of it. The video Low did was like 4 to 6 minutes or something like that. And that's why when you said, I think it was a Flight, I'm like, you think? Because I know for sure now that it was a Flight Mike video.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's a hard situation to speak on, not Flight Mike and Low, the back to LeBron-Stephen A.
Yeah.
Because, Stephen A has a job to do. I'm a big fan of Stephen A from the Quite Frankly show versus the debate stuff is just not my cup of tea. I'm just one person, though. Obviously, they've had the #1 show with the ESPN fan for a while.
Show for 13 years running.
You know my boy's speech. And he got the bag extension. Congrats to Stephen A.
My goodness. Does that not fuel y'all
5
to
year,
see that there's
$100
$100 million
In the
in
NBA
sports.
contract, bro.
And like not even just sports, it's sports media. There's a like now he's the one of one exception. Everybody don't got that type of money.
Yeah.
But for that to be the ceiling, that shit made me want to go.
That's the
even
biggest
harder,
contract
bro.
in media history, right?
Sports media, at
Sports
least.
media,
Yeah, I'm sure media in general. There's somebody that probably made.
It's
a-
like a give and take. It's inspiring to see, but again, like I'm not doing the shit that he's
Yeah,
doing. You
yeah,
feel me? So
yeah.
it's like I don't know if they're gonna give me $100 million
Right.
because I'm gonna be up there.
But think about
actually-
it. Shit, 10% of that is
No,
still.
I'm right with it. I'm right with you.
Yeah.
The fact that our industry is pumping out money like that isn't that important. I feel you. I hate the sidetrack because we got basketball stuff to talk about. The more and more I do tee it up, the more I realize like I be to have to think to myself, is basketball my future? I like talking to people and I like putting out shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind talking to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like even I have just doing different things. I'm like, man, maybe
The good thing
one
about your
day I should
title,
have.
it don't say it's not a basketball title.
Yeah.
You can.
So like
venture
maybe
off
I
to
should have
anything.
KB on the show and we don't talk basketball. What if I had KB on the show and we talked
Lego.
everything but basketball?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like just talk. What did you just say?
I said Lego.
Your leg on my ego?
Legos, y'all build Legos.
I didn't say have Mouse Turner. I said KB. But no. So yeah, I don't know. I just like talking to people and
It's your show, man.
seeing the response that my dad got. I was just like, I'm gonna have Pops on here. He a character. Have him up there. I got so many messages like, man, my dad a piece of shit. You know, and it's like,
Yeah.
I was like, I did not realize what we were doing. And then when you see shit like that, it's like, man, how many other conversations? Now I don't think I'm gonna ever be sitting down with no politician.
No, I don't
Why
think
not?
I ain't got time for it. I don't
Why
know, bro.
not?
Because that's not my realm.
Yeah.
Barack is an NBA fan. He was at the Clippers game when James Harden dropped.
I meant
50.
like Eli Musk talking about he want homie to get
Oh,
pardoned.
okay, right.
I don't know if that's gonna ever be my bag.
No,
I don't know if
I
you're gonna
hear
see
you.
me and Candace Owens sitting down talking about
Yeah, that
talking
would
about
be
y'all
a-
opposing views.
talking
would
about
be
Ben
crazy.
Shapiro and all. I don't know if that's my bag, but you know,
Yet.
I
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it in me.
We
Sit
all
down.
evolving, man. You
Sit
don't even
down
got
with
it
a
in you to
politician.
get your own show. How about that? You talking about interviewing politicians? How about we just get you a show?
I just don't know. I like having co-hosts. I don't know if I could ever sit down and talk to myself.
You do it in a car with Big Macs in front of you all the time.
I got food there. I'm just talking about
That's the
food.
biggest.
Hey,
hey,
no, that's
the
one of the
biggest shit.
wildest shit you've
But
ever
like,
said on
I
this show.
I don't think I can like turn on the camera and just talk to it.
I think you can if you prepped. No, but none of the shows we do is like, yeah, I gotta shoot for an hour about basketball. There's some type of like, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I
Structure
know.
to it.
I don't know.
And you just giggling because we not even thinking about you getting your own.
Because like
show.
I would love.
What's up, guys?
I like conversation.
I do too.
But like I just like how you
Pierre's
do
show
your,
is mostly a
when stuff
conversational
happens.
show. 'Cause
Like I
even-
just
it's
don't
like
think I
Christian,
can
too.
sit down and just talk. Like if I were to do a wrestling show, I already have an idea of who I would want my co-host to be.
Who?
Reese.
Reese and Kyron.
What a gas P. What a gas P.
That would actually be dope as hell.
It's called
But no, stay
Hey,
on topic, KB. Stay
no.
focused. No, wait, stay focused. Forget what it would be called.
D, U, and 2.
Q.
You crazy.
So you see how he just said that? My biggest issue with Darrick is this.
Kyron cannot be on a camera, by the way.
I was gonna say Kyron is gonna be the craziest.
I don't
to
know,
hear.
bro. Because
The least media trained person we
my
know.
dad is the same way, but
He was good.
he did it. I think
He had one. Never mind.
when you had a bald head, he used to call you slow.
He just can't. He can't let out one of them. Man, I hope he tears ACL or something like.
Kyron would definitely get into that bag.
Yeah, he would. But this is the thing
But
about
luckily,
Darrick.
you can just edit it.
Why?
That's gonna take some.
What's stopping you?
Or
from,
he could just be a grown man and not say crazy shit. Like
which I think he would do. I think he would get on there, and I think he would actually be a lot. I think he would be shy.
You think you would
I
be
think
shy?
so too.
Yes, I don't want to say my dad was shy, but my dad definitely wasn't.
He
the
was
character.
But
definitely
Kyron has
Yeah.
experience like from being on Twitch.
True. And on Twitch, he still be saying the crazy
He still be
shit.
saying,
so.
but it's your shit, and y'all talking about something with a bigger platform than 7 to 19 people in his Twitch, and it's just a big different stage. Just like my dad on Facebook, on Instagram Live, my dad would say anything, but he knew this. You know what I'm saying? He was
Now you got
chill.
people wanting to flood this Instagram live.
Why does it have to be perfect?
What you mean?
You talking about some of the things that you feel like this and that, you won't know unless you try.
Shoot a pilot. They don't have to go anywhere.
You got all of these things, and I don't want to call them excuses. You got all of these legitimate reasons on why you don't want to do it, but you're not getting the full. So it's not a fact. You're just. It's
I always
thought.
think that in this case, the hardest thing to do is to have the resources to start. Mm-hmm. This office got 13 cameras, 26 microphones, editors, producers.
So yeah, it's kind of crazy to not just do it. To say, "Oh, I can't do it." How you know?
Yeah.
And if you can't do it, that could be true. I can give you one thing for sure. You're never going to be able to do it if you don't do anything about it. Because the Darrick from KB front room is a different Darrick than that's right here in his seat on just the podcast.
So think about 5 years from now, how different you could be in a positive light.
Same thing with Mike.
Because I even just watched like clips from those old episodes. You actually just look like a whole different dude. Like we replaced you with somebody.
Hey,
fucking
that-
Gucci Man clone.
When
or
Pierre
something.
posted that clip of y'all pranking me, I'm like, bro.
That's a whole different guy.
I just reposted it. Somebody else posted it.
That doesn't even look like you.
I was
It
like,
doesn't
why
even
is my
sound like you.
I was like, why is my mustache so damn thick?
Right.
That
Yeah.
porn
was your
star
thing,
mustache.
I just
It
can't
was-
believe I was walking around like that.
It could twirl up on the sides and shit.
That Dr. Evil ass mustache.
I just don't know
You had the
how
flip flop. Oh man.
I don't even know how I felt comfortable doing that. No beard, just thick mustache. Bogus ass clothes. I just don't even know what I was doing.
But think about it
we
too, though,
all
before-
leveled up though. We all
Yeah,
leveled up.
all of us from that era.
But
I
I
mean-
mean, none of y'all was. I think I was down bad.
I think we
You
look.
were.
I feel like we could look back at any picture that's from a long time ago. You usually be like, "What the hell was I on?"
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
That's
remember.
what I'm
I
saying.
still remember the moment we was walking through New York City with RDC, and KB was like, "Bro, look, everybody here got some type of drip or swag. You just don't look like you got nothing." Going
I said
on."
that.
Yes.
What did you have on? Do you remember?
No.
Portillo's jumpsuit.
I probably had on something bogus as hell. But he was like, everybody around you is dressed with some sort of, like they dressed
And that's
nice.
funny because even then, none of us has actual like,
Portillo's-
swag or nothing.
that
Portillo's
means that-
tracksuit.
I just think that it was some type of effort
Burger
that everybody else
chain.
put
Yes,
in
yeah.
versus you kind of was just like whatever. And now you still not a designer guy, but it's just the effort and the care to say, "Oh, I'm gonna put on something."
Didn't you
that-
win best fit in the the NOTB
He
awards
did.
this year?
He did.
I did.
Yeah.
Sam and Butter,
the
which was an insane. Wouldn't have won my award. Wouldn't have won my award. I felt like you had some better fits,
I'm probably gonna win again.
but you take
Oh,
you
with
take
The
a step
coat.
there.
I think they gonna really like that all star.
Hey, your
From-
fit
from
last time was
February?
crazy, bro. Your fit last time he was here. Once you put on your jacket, whatever, it looked real.
You gonna make me put on one fit this year?
Hold on, I think I took a picture.
I'm gonna put on one fit because you already claiming you gonna win from a February fit when we still got
I know-
10 months
I know
of
how-
Wasn't
fits.
this fit
Damn,
crazy?
What fit?
The one from last episode,
Where he was what you was calling?
Grimace.
It's funny though because I forgot his name and I was like, "Your ass looks like," and Derrick was like, "I know, I know who you're talking about." So he knew he looked like him
Hell
too.
no, you funny for just taking a picture, bro.
Because I just needed to save that.
And you taking strides too, but them Laker fits, boy, we gonna get on your ass.
Oh, I did that shit.
No,
just
for
fun.
sure. But I'm gonna get you. I know where to get your ass on the outfit shit. Vegas, you ain't gonna be putting on all that shit. It's gonna be hot.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be hot. So that's
You know
how
you
I'm-
gotta dress down.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna get you. That Fashion Nova for men shit. It don't be like it is with the layer season. That little Hawaiian 2-piece they be giving y'all ass. I'm gonna hit you upside the head with something. All right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to bring up one thing that's been kind of like driving me crazy. I know we just talking about foul baiting too. Complaining to the refs feel like it's at an all-time high. Like usually, I felt like when I was growing, I'm saying,
Who put this in your mind?
Well, I mean, honestly, Luka do it all the time
Yeah.
too. Jokic had the time where he's doing it too. And,
Jokic and Luka and Jokic damn near throw tantrums.
and it's just
Like, they be
I feel like a
This
lot
should be
of
the
players
logo of the
do it.
NBA.
A lot of players after they don't hear that call, they're looking at the ref and they're complaining. They might take damn near 2 seconds complaining while their other team is going down and getting the score. And it's like, and like I said, I'm gonna sound old, but like to me, when I was growing up, like it just wasn't as much as that. Like usually it was the top players, maybe like a vocal leader, like a point guard or whatever, and it was more so like working the ref, like, you know, ref, watch this, watch that. Now it just feels like anybody who doesn't get that call is just like straight up complaining about
I think it's part of the consequences of having the review, right? If I can complain enough, maybe I could convince my coach to take a look at this one.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think I don't want to take away the review either, because like I think it's beneficial.
It's important for sure.
I think
But,
it just needs to be altered. Change the amount of time that can be allocated to it. If
Well-
we can't figure it out in 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, then the original call stands, man.
Yeah, I don't get why it takes so long sometimes. Because like I could be watching
Sometimes it could be so obvious from the POV that
Yes.
we have.
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be like, what the hell are they looking at? But also, they be looking at more stuff than us. They be looking at who has possession, what the clock was.
They
Is
said,
there a foul before the
yeah.
foul we called?
Right,
There was a missed call. I think it was maybe a night or two ago, but they said that literally like the third ref just didn't get back in time because he's trying to keep up with 20-year-olds or whatever, and the refs be like 30s, 40s.
30s.
So
That's
they-
a young ref.
So they missed the call because they didn't run back in time for the fast break, and it's just like, bro,
You know
they're
how in
human.
shape you got to be a ref.
for real.
No, seriously. They really do.
But,
be in shape.
Players do complain. Like I think it's gotten so bad that I sometimes see, even like when I go to EJ games,
AAU, right?
players, it's almost like a defense mechanism. A player fuck up, and they don't know what to do, so they'll go to say something to the ref. Like yesterday, a couple of times, EJ teammate fouled a guy, and was like, and I'm like, you fouled him. You fouled him.
That's
I'm
what I
on
was
your
gonna bring up
team.
too,
I'm
is
rooting
I've
for you,
seen-
and you
I've seen
fouled him.
clips on Twitter where it's
No
like
discussion.
it's like a 10-year-old kid and he obvious foul and he going up to the ref complaining. I'm like, where are you learning? Like, I just didn't see that shit as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So like, and you know, now the game is probably more influential than ever now that you can access to everything.
They fouling guys on 3-point shots last night, and they be like,
Yeah.
you fouled him,
and then
bro.
you always see him look up at the
You
thing.
fouled. Yeah,
you
right.
see him look up
Any
to
defense
see the
mechanism.
replay.
And you know, the other day against the Kings, Jokic, it was funny in like the first quarter. He wasn't having a great first quarter. He missed some shots. Every time he missed a shot or like he had a few turnovers, he would do this. And I'm like, after every you just gonna keep blowing your hands that cold.
It ain't no different than when Bron do this.
I think that should be a habit too, bro. Like I think because Pau Gasol used to do this shit all the time, where he just blow into his hands. Like, bro, you're not always
he do?
doing this shit.
And
You kind of like blow
y'all,
into your hand.
y'all on me. They can't just blow his hands. Can't warm up his hands.
Right.
After every missed shot.
Especially after a free, you at the free throw line. You want to take your
He can't be
time.
cold. Yeah, I feel like we all have our own mechanisms or like stuff we do without realizing we doing it.
My dad used to tell me I used to do this a lot. And do
For
it
real?
again. Yeah, just do this.
I don't know what I used to do in games.
Now
I think I
your
probably
ass
just
is
used,
sitting down.
He got that's a burn, dude.
Hey,
that's a
that's a
burn.
burn.
D.
Hey,
crazy.
no,
That's a burn.
no.
D. Mills.
Somebody pissed me off, bro, because they posted the teed up thing of my dad doing the comparisons, and they dude was like, "Man, of course P. Dad gonna gas him." I'm like, "Gas me?
What did he give you?
LSU Ben Simmons. He gave him the best player. Him and himself. My dad gave himself Iverson and him Cousins, but he's gassing me.
Was your dad anything like Iverson? Not like is his play style? I don't know what his play style was.
Scoring guard, yeah.
Quick, fast guard,
Oh, okay.
little tap session, pull up, jump shooter.
Okay.
But Boogie Cousins, man, they said that's gonna boost your ego. They be talking about I'll be on your ass, but you said something like, "Man, you hate that as a shot blocker," and I kept getting mentioned
I
like,
was gonna reply like one of these.
they're like, "P, you hear him?" I'm like, I'm not even gonna say nothing because anytime I say something, y'all say I'm on his ass, and now it's y'all asking me like, "Man, look at him." I'm like,
You
man,
know, you see the centers in the league, like I guess like a Vucevic type of center is just like you 7 foot damn near. How you don't play defense at the rim or like block shots? I could see it now.
yeah,
Because you
But you was
definitely
right,
be the
though.
biggest person on the court.
6'4" in real life is like a 7-foot NBA player.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean though. Like obviously, you were speaking from like their perspective. You would hate to have the ball go past you. Yeah,
Right past your fingertips and like
for sure. Who was that? Brook
Donovan
Lopez?
Mitchell. Oh no, that was Taj Gibson actually.
It was. It
Yeah.
No
was.
wonder he didn't get the block. The motherfucker 43.
And 6'8".
But he was so close. He was so close. But Donovan Mitchell had that right amount of arc and speed on that ball to where he just couldn't get it.
I want to talk about the Orlando Magic, y'all. Right now, the Orlando Magic are on the 5-game losing streak, and I've had the pleasure to watch their last 2 games in its entirety. That was the game winner with Jacoby Walter, and then the Bulls winning a game against them a couple nights ago. And it's even way worse than what the records say right now. Like, I honestly do believe that. A team that is heralded as a defensive-oriented team has been struggling over the last month or so to get stops. And if they're struggling to get stops, then obviously they can't win ball games.
Because they can't score.
They cannot score. In that Raptors game, they were up by 9 when Darko Rajakovic pulled basically all the starters. I'm sorry, the Magic were down by 9 when Darko pulled all the stars with 9 minutes to go, and they couldn't win the game. It was Jaden Rhoden. It was AJ Lawson, J.R. Rhoden, AJ Lawson, Orlando Robinson, who's on a fucking 10-day contract. And I'm watching them.
One.
He sure did. I'm watching them not be able to score.
I think Orlando got a real contract now.
Oh, that would be dope for him. I'm watching them not be able to score. And then in this Bulls games, we don't have Vucevic. Zach Collins fouls out with 6 minutes to go, and then Jalen Smith fouls out with 5 minutes to go where he was talking crazy to the refs and that fan. So the Bulls have 0 centers. 0 centers. And they still cannot score. There was a few times where Paolo Banchero had Josh Giddey on the block, and not a single person could get him the entry pass. So it resulted in them taking way more threes than what they're capable of. We all know they can't fucking shoot. And then people were reminding me that and this is maybe unfair to Jamal Mosley, but when Jamal Mosley was brought to the team, his main thing was playing with pace. They're 29th in pace right now. A team whose average age is 25. They can't get up and down the court.
When did he get there?
Before last year, right? So this is 3rd season with the team.
Okay.
And it's just, I think it's way worse. And when you think about, I think it starts at the top when I guess the report was that they don't make calls at the deadline. I think we all agreed that they had to do something at this deadline, regardless of what the hell is going on with Jalen Suggs, and they opted not to. And now they're about to just sit here, be a playing team, have to win 2 games in order to get to the postseason. And it's just overall a super unsuccessful season. And I'm looking at the guys on the team. So, okay, where do we go from here?
Especially when you're on a 5-game losing streak.
Against bad teams.
Like and the morale, already.
You got to be able to beat the Raptors at this point in the season.
Like once you lose to the Raptors, the morale immediately just goes down.
You can't let Kobe White drop 44.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kobe White.
Especially when you're a defensive oriented.
He was getting to the basket.
Yeah, I mean, drop. You dropped 44. He got 44. Yeah. He went and got his 44. So, I will say this: as tough as that is, unfortunate as hard it is, because I watched the game against the Warriors, the game they finally decided to score. Steph said it didn't matter. They are still young. They still have the chance to make a move this offseason. So, luckily for them, they don't have to overreact to it too much. But I am seeing them around. I seen Paolo Banchero at a post-conference kind of seeming down a week or so ago. So,
I mean,
it is tough.
It's normal.
But this is fixable. Yeah. Luckily for them, it's fixable. You go into the offseason, everybody will be healthy. You got to hope that everybody can stay healthy. You make a move, you come back, and I don't know, next year your starting lineup is Jalen Suggs, Anthony Simons, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and you continue to move. I don't know.
Anybody but Wendell.
I'm right with you, P. I think this is a real fixable thing. I'm looking at a lot of the injuries that they kind of had and stuff like that, and I think about the importance of Jalen Suggs now on both sides of the ball. I think they'll be fine going into next year. I think this year just gotta ride it out. I mean, you had a fantastic year the year before. Sometimes you do kind of hit that little speed bump or wall. I think this is kind of it.
But this also is another conversation that it could segue into. This is also why I think it's important for fan bases and the team itself to, while it's so easier said and done. Teams like the Magic, right? What often happens is, because I've done this before, and I'm sure KB has made videos like this before. You may have talked about it on stream. When you draw up certain trades, previous seasons or earlier in the season for teams like the Magic, these are the fan bases that be like, no, we can't include Anthony Black.
Mm-hmm. Anthony Black is just, what is he, 21 right now? He just hasn't really been good so far. Jet Howard has not been
You
good.
have to use the resources. I get it. I love Anthony Black too. I wouldn't, if he was on the Knicks, it would be tough to see him traded. But for the sake of getting better, I feel like fan bases and the teams kind of hold these players hostage so much. And it's like, man, I get it.
Yeah, nobody is as important as somebody on your team.
Yeah.
Everybody on your team that's young has the most amount of potential. When a lot of the times people just don't hit the way you think that they will.
And it or it won't be as beneficial to what you could go do to what you're trying to get to. Are we trying to be here with these players that we like, or are we trying to win games?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Dante DiVincenzo, but we got Carlton Towns. And I know we hot ass ourselves right now in these last 3 games. But I felt like we were going to take a step back because the one thing that we lost had nothing to do with any of the trades, which is Isaiah Hartenstein. If we got iHeart, man, we in a different conversation versus, oh man, you ain't got Julius and all of that shit. But yeah, I think about those teams like the Magic, where I think about when I do trade videos and potential and articles.
Give and take league. You have to give something up.
Really
Everybody's not going to be finessed in a trade. Like, you have to give up something valuable if you're getting. Do you want to score or not? Do you want somebody to put the ball in the basket? And if you want, an Anthony Simons or a Kobe White, they're not just free.
Yep.
Because as what we will see is that these front offices are willing to sit on their player. Oh, you need him more than we need to give him up.
Yep.
So you're going to give us the package that we want, or we would just – he still got 2 years left on his contract for Anthony Simons. He'll still have a market this offseason. The
other part that I meant to say in that point that I made was there's probably Magic people now that want to trade Anthony Black, but it ain't the same as when the conversation was first started. And now y'all hold somebody for hostage where there wasn't a lot of playing time and opportunity anyway. And then when he did get the playing time and opportunity, the team was hurt, so he's not playing with the same level of talent. And now the perception isn't what it is. That when those players first get into that league, that first year or two, and this is so intriguing and everybody got these different ways that they want to mold the player, that's when you have to try to sell if you're going to. You hold them 3 years and the way we dictate and how we want to use him kind of fizzles out the ideas everybody else had, and it don't hit the same. If me and Mike are 2 schools, Mike is recruiting for Marquette, I'm recruiting for St. John's. We both see a 17-year-old play against EJ or play in the high school circuit, and we both got 2 different ways that we want to mold this kid. If I take the kid and mold him for 3 years or 2 years differently than Mike had envisioned, Mike might not have that same interest that he had when he felt like he could have molded him. It's way different. Mike had a vision of this dude being a Josh Hart. I turned him into a 3-and-D Dorian Finney-Smith. Now it's like you're going to have to backtrack and untwist and and it's just like, oh, man. Then in the NBA world, once a guy has 2 or 3 years in the league, what is the next conversation? Is extension. So it's like, I just keep that in mind, franchises. Some of y'all about to have to go through the same thing too, fan bases. You know what I mean? If you really want to win, is it about winning or is it about these guys that you grew attached to?
There's a real obsession with like these just young guys in the league and what they can be.
And listen, I don't fault them. I am a Knicks fan who is obsessed with Quentin Grimes.
Hey, you might have been right, though.
But he had, you know what I mean?
I think it's also so dependent on the situation.
I'm always right, baby.
Like, the Magic are in a spot right now where they have 2 young stars. I mean, you can even count Jalen Suggs is a real big part of that core. It's just eventually you got to start looking like we have to get actual, like, not just vets, but like players that don't need to be developed right now to help our team.
Yeah. It's also impossible because if Jalen Suggs got the money he got, Franz Paolo gonna get his money. Even if Anthony Black and those guys popped off, you can't keep all of them anyway.
Right.
Just from my financial standpoint, it's literally impossible.
Not everybody could be like a OKC and just have the world, So.
And I think OKC is the way they are because they're willing to say, Josh Giddey, go to the Bulls. They were willing to say that. Trey Mann,
Hornets.
You know what I mean? Like, they were willing to part ways with people who, I was a Darius Garland guy. I mean, a Darius Baisley guy.
What if they were just like, Russ, you a for-lifer. You always going to be there. And they never, kind of moved on for that situation.
That's a good point.
They would not be here.
That's a very good point. They'd be really fucked up right now, I'll tell you that.
One of the things I wanted to talk about was the next 2 weeks.
Unsmooth-ass transition.
It wasn't?
I'm just talking, you know me.
He said, watch the film.
But the next 2 weeks for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I had Bucks.
Because with the Knicks now not having Jalen Brunson for
is there a timetable for that? I haven't
seen 2 weeks. I think it said 2 weeks.
So this next 2 weeks for the Bucks
could be big.
They could be big because they could really come up and really take that 2 seed with them also being on a 4-game streak.
Is Tom Thibodeau ever going to run some offense?
Nope.
I don't know.
Said it again. I'm sorry.
Tom Thibodeau go run some offense.
You saw your answer when Jalen Brunson got hurt in the game. Miles and Brad, you go be him.
Brad, go do exactly the same thing Jalen Brunson was doing.
But the tough part is the Bucks, unfortunately, have a really tough stretch coming up. They do play the Magic today, They got to take care of business. They've been taking care of business against the bad teams.
They do.
They also beat the Nuggets recently.
Damn,
so
the Magic a bad team now.
They doing their work.
Shit, life
500.
come at you fast, boy.
But they do got the Cavs next. Then they got the Pacers. Then they got the Lakers. Then they got the Pacers. Then they got
my
OKC.
God.
They got the Warriors. Then they got the Lakers again.
Hey, bro, no, this is the toughest stretch of the season.
I know.
dog.
That's why I'm saying
Whoa.
these next 2 weeks.
I thought you
are
were saying
very
like they were
important.
finna take this shit from us. It sounds like
like-
I can get comfortable.
Because I think
Ray, read it again for me. So they got Magic
Magic tonight. Then they go Cavs tomorrow. So that's a back-to-back.
Back-to-back, damn.
Pacers, Lakers. Pacers again. Thunder, Warriors, Lakers. Then they go Kings, Suns, Nuggets.
Dude, that's all playoff teams.
Yeah.
Golly, they ain't got no break.
Now listen, imagine if they do run through this. Not run through it, but handle
have
their
a good-
business.
yeah.
But they got a
MVP conversation.
Yes. No, this could be a really good MVP stretch for Giannis. That's also what I was about to get into. That like if you go through this stretch right here, people can look at this stretch and say, bro, how can we not call him the MVP of the league if he just dominated all these
And
teams?
they become 2.
Yeah, and
Hey, here's the reality of it.
well, that'll be tough because they'll have to catch the
So what's that?
Celtics.
That's like, let's say,
They-
that's
You
a 10
said
games.
2 when you first started this thing.
No, I said third. I
No,
said
you said 2.
No, I said the third seed. Did I say 2?
I think you
I
did
don't know.
say 2.
Oh, I
think you
meant to
did
say third
2.
seed. I'm sorry. I meant to say third
So
seed.
let's say that's a 10-game sample size, right?
Yeah.
If they went 8-2 and Giannis is super dominant, unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna put him in the conversations. I think he will still be defaulted as third.
No. Yeah, I wasn't saying he gonna win it. Or you did say, how could you not give it to him? I just think it makes it more juicier. That's all. I just like the conversation.
It adds juice to the fire.
Yeah.
It's going to
Because
be
all these dudes have MVP stretches where you
Yes.
can look at and
and
say,
again, I think we would really fall bored with Shai and OKC doing what they do because in reality, Shai is taking care of business. They are super
He's having
good.
one of the most efficient guard seasons in the history of the sport.
Chat missed a bunch of time. So, in theory, he's probably going to win it. But I just think that when we get to that finish line, it makes it more of a thing when it is competitive. When it's like, oh, maybe Jokic can win. Oh, LeBron got involved. Steph. That's all I look for as a fan.
I read an article last night. I was laying in bed reading an article. Since the All-Star break, when you think with the Bucks, basically all of Giannis's minutes have come with Dame. That he has not had any minutes without Dame on the
so
court.
that's a new adjustment for Doc Rivers?
Yes. And
Okay.
Dame has minutes without him, but Giannis in the stretch is averaging 28 minutes per game, and 27 of them is with Damian Lillard on the court. And I think that's just super interesting overall as they continue to, mesh. And I think over this last stretch, they've played some of their best basketball together.
No, yeah, they've both, and I just think the addition of Kuzma has been so damn good for them.
And even, I know this guy's always been streaky, but Kevin Porter Jr. has been pretty damn good for them as a backup.
He's had a triple-double recently.
He just had a triple-double. He averaged about 15 minutes per game, which I think in order for Kevin Porter Jr. to be effective, you got to get the bite-sized pieces. He can't be out there letting them rock. But in those minutes, they letting him rock, and he's doing decent stuff there. He's shooting it efficiently, and then they interviewed him. He said, Damian Lillard is one of the greatest point guards of all time, and they trust me to hold it down while he's on the bench. And
You can definitely tell he has a green light. It seems like
That's the mold of his player, yeah.
Yeah, I think the team has empowered him to go out there and just be himself. And you could definitely see it on the court. He looks comfortable. He's going to take some crazy shots sometimes. But you could tell that they've told him, do that. That's what we want you to do. They honestly have been missing that. They really haven't had to do with a little bit of fuck it in their system. And I think they've needed that. And I think he's bringing them that spark. I know Bobby can sometimes, but he doesn't do it at a guard level like Kevin Porter Jr.
Low key, the Bobby thing him being suspended might be a blessing, bro. I feel like I enjoy watching him way more.
I hope when he comes back, Kuzma kind of takes away from some of those post-up touches.
I pray.
I hope it does.
I pray.
Yeah, I think.
Because I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand.
What?
Mama called me on phone and that means he's still trapping. I'm like, no, ma'am. But yeah, I like Kyle Kuzma over there. He's been doing his thing. Big Bucks guy over here.
He's just doing all the small things.
Yes.
Don't ask him to shoot a three. That's not part of his game anymore.
Hey,
but
sound
everything
like,
else,
sound like Jimmy Butler.
We lock shit up. You can coach Drew.
we're just gonna drop a bunch of lyrics in this episode, and they gotta find out where they from.
I think the 3-point shot is starting to fall for Kuz.
You think so, or the numbers say that?
I think
Because
so.
you okay. I hope.
I think his numbers just in general are better though since he got to the Bucks.
Even when he's not scoring though, he's still doing all.
Yeah,
the
he's
other
doing
things.
all the other things.
Yes,
and I think that's where his role should be overall.
and I just think when you're around Giannis and Dame, your whole demeanor probably just
Which
shifts.
game was that recently where they both had 30? I mean, I
Uh,
guess it's almost every game at this point, but I got to look at the game.
It's kind of impressive. He played 32 games with Washington. He averaged 15.2 points. In the 12 games with Milwaukee, he's averaging 15.2 points. That's kind of impressive.
Oh, this is the Dallas Mavericks game.
His rebounds are up,
Anyway.
but his assists is basically the same. So numbers are virtually the
similar.
same, but he's
The
having more of an
is-
impact.
Yeah, the impact is different.
Yeah.
It was the Mavericks game, Derek. There's a couple players in hoops that when they got it on, it's must-watch TV. Dame is one of those dudes, and that Mavericks game was that for me.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what the hell they was doing. He was just scoring.
Well, I just think the Mavs are just in a bad position. where
Yeah, they stink.
They
man.
kind of can't.
7
do
players,
anything.
was it 8 players last night?
But-
Jason Tatum posted a video. Deuce did a spin move in his game, a jump shot, and made it.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum said, "This is crazy to me," and it is very crazy.
Did he look like his daddy?
Yes. Traveling and shit, just like.
That's crazy.
No, I'm just joking.
But yeah, shout out to the Bucks. I'm so excited because in my mind, there's only a few contenders in basketball, and I think the Bucks are teetering that line.
Yeah.
And this stretch, I didn't know they stretch was about to get this difficult. This stretch might determine where I put them when the postseason starts.
Yeah. This is gonna be a very, very tough stretch. And
But hey,
I'm
if
very
it's
excited.
10
to see.
games, if they walk out of there 6-4, that's a successful stretch.
Yeah.
Because
I
those
think
teams
so.
are real. Bro, those are the best teams in hoops.
He gotta go against the Lakers twice.
Twice?
Come on now.
Pacers twice, right, is what I
Yeah.
heard. And then the
The
Nuggets in
Warriors.
there and the
The
gonna
Warriors.
guard
Warriors, the
Giannis?
Thunder in there.
Who going to guard Giannis in that game against the Lakers? Everybody.
LeBron.
Come
It's
on now.
probably
You know Dorian Finney-Smith
Hey,
sitting in
it's
that
probably gonna
chump.
start with Dorian, but it's probably gonna end with LeBron.
You know who's not going to get guarded?
Who?
That's what Kuzma going to have to hit some shots. Because that's what the
Yeah.
Lakers doing right
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
Oh,
They,
yeah.
they take one guy and be like, fuck him. Fuck him.
Bro, the
Or is it
game
Brook
yesterday.
Lopez?
I think they
No,
I think they trust Brook Lopez
yeah.
more, but it might be easier not to guard Brook
Yes.
Lopez.
because for the Knicks it was Josh Hart.
Kuzma can actually put the ball on the floor.
And he'll crash the glass.
Yeah.
So it was Josh Hart, and then it was Dante Exum. It was Aaron Gordon in that one game where Aaron Gordon hit 4 threes.
Bro, that was literally yesterday. wasn't it? Last night.
The Pelicans, it was Bruce Brown in his 22 minutes. And
Who
then
could it be
last
for the
night,
Thunder?
the Knicks
Oh,
game, it was
Dort?
Josh Hart, right?
Lou Dort.
It
and-
might
I'm
be
thinking
Lou.
about because that's what I
Yeah.
think about in the series because the Thunder got the size.
It's Lou. Who's a great shooter,
they-
but it's like, prove it.
Because you're not, because Aaron Wiggins is, he's shown he can really
That
knock it
motherfucker
down.
can hoop, bro.
Yeah, he can hoop. I don't think they're gonna look at Aaron
Hey,
Wiggins and say
they were
they're
playing
him.
last night against the Blazers, and they were still the favorite, like a 3-point,
Mm-hmm.
3-point favorite. I took that. I'm like, they got no starters, and I still trust them to beat the Blazers. And the Blazers are not a bad team.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just trust the other guys, and then Big Jalen Williams with the triple double,
Yeah.
and then Aaron Wiggins, of course, doing his thing too. So
I love when he be getting his like bigger role, more than just like coming off the bench. He be thriving, bro.
Yes,
he be
he
like
does,
going
man.
crazy,
yes, he does.
and he just got a bag to him too. Like you don't think he got a bag because he played with Shai and iHeart.
And he just get all the bag
Yeah.
over. Yeah.
But like when he get his opportunity to really create, he'll be like, oh shit.
Yeah, man.
I feel like they've one of the funnest kind of like duos to watch off the bench since like Lou Will and Montrez.
You talk about
Isaiah Joe and
Isaiah
Aaron
Joe.
Wiggins
You
come off
lying.
the bench.
You lying?
Why?
Because earlier you would have said Tari Eason and Amen Thompson.
I would.
Oh yeah.
They got a different
They-
vibe to them though.
we know a man.
They showed the stat though. They
For
showed the
real.
stat where they said Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell came off the bench both and dropped 30. It's like that was the first time. That was the only time that
I
shit
used to
ever
like
been
that
done.
clip.
They said that the
That was a fun
Celtics,
thing.
the Celtics duo was the first time they dropped 40.
Yeah, the first Celtics duo to drop 40.
was
Ain't that
Payton
the
Pritchard and
craziest?
Derrick White.
Like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown never did it. KG and somebody never did it. Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker, Larry Bird. Like they have so many
Yeah,
legends.
they had so
Paul
many
Pierce
legends.
and Antoine Walker, I thought would have done it.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not anybody's done it until Peyton Pritchard and Derrick White.
That's
did
gonna
it.
be a crazy.
Did Larry Bird play with a volume score?
You know, that's gonna be a crazy trivia question in 10 years.
Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be, Derek. But we gonna remember it.
Yeah, we.
'Cause I
gonna
watched
remember.
that game live.
Yes.
I watched that game. I've been doing these rotation tweets. Like I tell the people, these are the 3 games I'm watching today. And that was one of them games.
live. That was my birthday. And EJ had a game. But boy, somebody said, look,
Brian Scalabrine, I almost said Scalabrine, said it on the broadcast. Peyton Pritchard his third 3, and he said, It might be one of them nights. Hell
I
yeah,
was scrolling past, like, you know how
Did you
when
watch
you're
the
on,
Kings yesterday?
I watched the Kings game last
So did
night.
you
Too.
see
Well, no.
De'Aaron-
I watched the half of it, and they were up by 30, and then
So
I
you
got
didn't see
the hell out of it.
De'Aaron Fox's girlfriend get a Malik Monk?
I saw the clip
them
on Twitter
talking
this
yeah.
morning.
what was the clip?
They
were
were
just talking. I don't know. People, you know how social media.
Well,
I
she basically was Bron, and Malik Monk was Stephen A. Smith.
was that what it was?
I'm just talking.
Okay, I can't tell, and I'm not going.
She seemed more aggressive, but that could be just the way she talks. I have no
demeanor?
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
because he was smiling and shit.
Yeah. But they all showed him love at the end of the game. Like, they all dapped him up. Even the people, like DeMar, who I guess they don't follow each other, they still, like, hugged it out or dapped up or whatever. So, I don't know. I don't know what the vibe is like.
Well, you know, Malik,
could just be for
Malik and
camera.
De'Aaron go way back.
True.
Exactly. That's
Way
what I'm
back,
like.
like 4 flats on a Cadillac.
And Malik was definitely high last night.
How you know?
It's Malik
He just
Monk.
He
always
was,
smiling.
he was hanging with the other Malik? Beasley?
Oh.
Hey, if there's a one player that play high, it's Terry Rozier.
Bro,
Yeah,
no.
hell
He
yeah.
had some, no, his
He
low
need to
lights
cut
were
it the fuck
crazy.
out.
Hey, bro, he played that one game. Who did they play recently where he was just dog shit? And like,
I know
Oh, he was
exactly what
losing
game
the
you're talking
ball.
about.
Yeah.
It looked like a reverse Harlem Globetrotter. Like, he played for the
Yes.
Generals.
Was it,
Like, I
was, it,
remember
was
he-
it the Cavs?
no.
No.
Or was it the game before that?
Look the game before that. 3 games ago.
They played the Bulls.
Nope.
They played the Bulls again today.
They
I'm
played the
pretty sure.
Blazers.
Was it the Blazers game, Derek? I guess it's not super.
But
relevant.
like,
the turnovers he had were looking like, bro, you literally are selling the game.
But also, it was the one point in that fourth quarter where they were making a run. He shoots the three at the top of the key, miss. At this point, he's like 1 for 10 from three. And then they get the offensive rebound. Kyle Anderson kicks it out to him. And then he shoots a contested three. And I'm like, bro, you were 1 for 10 before that shot. What made you think that was a good
Shooters
shot?
keep shooting.
Off of an offensive rebound.
You know, everybody be getting these nicknames. They gave him the Undertaker.
That's crazy.
Bro, that's in a raw. No,
I
that's
also
a funny-
saw-
That actually might be one of the best ones.
Hey,
bro.
no. I
bullshit.
saw the investigator.
For him?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
because he's under that investigation.
Are y'all
No, no.
rocking with all these nicknames, by
Yeah,
the way?
but he's not.
They're
the,
kind of funny.
He's
Some
not
of
the
them can be funny.
investigator though. He's
Yeah,
the
he's the
investigator.
investigated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's
I
why
hope-
the Undertaker.
I hope
The
these
Undertaker's
nicknames
nice.
stay in their own little section,
Uh-huh.
and they don't really get mixed in with like real actual.
But
No,
no,
they
the
just-
NBA,
they are.
the NBA, yes, the NBA.com is starting.
I don't like how they doing
I
that.
don't like that either.
Yeah,
Mike.
When I
don't
was
like
talking
that
in my stream, I was like, bro, the real like old school, like the nicknames used to be real name, like based
I
off a
hate
number,
we
your
trying to
jersey,
put
play
the in front
style.
of everything.
Yeah,
Like, how do I know these players might not give up? They don't care about these damn nicknames. They probably don't even like them. I hate some of them. My damn.
I
The
like nicknames
anomaly.
like Easy Money.
The
Sniper.
anomaly is so funny though.
I was saying on my stream, the best nick to me, the best nickname of all time is Half Man, Half
Half
Amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
That's just you can't really get better than that.
Yeah, man, that is nice.
I'm trying to
big
figure out.
ticket.
Was it the
I like
Trailblazers
that.
that tweeted it
Big
out?
fundamental.
the question.
Big fundamental.
Oh, we did have.
What's our guy, the
thing.
Trailblazer admin? What's his name? We see him every year at All Star.
Oh, I don't know.
Fernando. I'm pretty sure when he played against the Celtics, he tweeted. Or I don't know if it was him. I can't say it was him, but the Trailblazers account tweeted. I'm trying to find it, and it was the anomaly versus somebody, and I don't remember the anomaly versus the abnormality. Who do y'all think the abnormality
Taylor
is?
Swift.
It's-
Yeah.
and it's got 50,000 likes. It's like, oh,
And then they had Rob Dillingham as the
I remember this. I mean,
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't get that one.
Does he look scary?
I don't get that.
That's
either.
This
Anybody on the Bulls?
Yo,
get
scary
one?
looking ass. Paranormal Activity.
Like I just think the nicknames are just this generation suck at nicknames.
The pizza man.
They always deliver. No, that's the mailman.
That's the same, virtually the same.
No, the mailman is
The
Carl Below.
mailman.
Who was it? Was this Scottie Pippen? That was like they call him that because he don't come on
Carl Below.
Sundays,
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
right?
but
I get what you're saying,
had
but
it
it's a
too.
major difference. I can see a delivery man be like, I ain't a pizza man, damn it. I'm a mailman.
Yeah,
Shout out to our mail carriers
He don't
out
come
there.
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Is what Pippen said?
Because they had like a game 7 on Sunday and he sucked.
Okay.
Oh.
That was
like,
all
oh,
right.
he don't deliver on Sunday.
What's
Something
your,
like that.
what's your nickname, Scotty?
Scottie Pippen's nickname is
Scotty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see what they got on Basketball Reference.
Please.
I honestly never heard him referred to as a nickname.
You also have
Pip.
the worm.
we
Pip.
yeah.
Yeah, but
mentioned,
those are all attached to his name.
Pip.
the claw.
They did him dirty. Here are his nicknames: Pip, Scott, Robin. My whole nickname was
Robin
because of
one kinda
Michael Jordan
bad.
exists, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So is Michael Jordan's Batman?
Let's go see.
That would be crazy if
They were the start of that. Like he's
This
Scottie
motherfucker
Pippen.
got too many nicknames.
Air greatness.
Mike, Air Jordan, MJ, His Airness, Money, Black Cat, Mr. June,
Black
Goat,
Cat.
Superman, Captain Marvel, Black Jesus, Magic Mike. Black Jesus is crazy.
Black Jesus is crazy.
I always love the nicknames that ain't self-proclaimed. He didn't claim to be Black Jesus.
Yeah. But I bet he excited that it's on this basketball reference.
We also said in my stream, Time Lord. I feel like that's a raw name. Like
Yeah.
nickname.
You know how he got it?
Yeah, he was
I
late.
missed the
He was
plane.
late to the damn. I forget
Bus.
if it was a practice
Bus,
or
yeah.
yeah, but he was late.
That's
At
hilarious.
Summer League. First impression. Late.
He's the Time Lord now.
I couldn't imagine.
He
being
could be on time for all the rest of his shit. He was just
That
missed
one
that
time.
one time. Now that's his nickname.
Do y'all want to rank the top 10 players in basketball this season?
Let's do
Let's
it.
try.
And I want to tell people at home, we don't give a damn about your 23 years of experience of you being the GOAT. We're just talking about the 2024, 2025 season. We don't care what you did in the playoffs. We don't care what you did in the Olympics. It is just based on this season. Are we ready? Wait, before, what'd y'all do with Wemby?
I didn't. I
you know
put a
what's
question mark next to him.
Honorable mention.
He's
He didn't make it.
on the
'cause
cusp. Like I legitimately didn't know what to do with him.
He would have been 8th on my list,
Yeah.
but I figured that y'all wouldn't have him because he's injured right now.
Yeah, and
But also, he's only played 3 less games than Giannis. Like, his injury is new, like a newish injury.
yes, it is. That's why I was.
Bitch, y'all was emphasizing right now.
Right now.
Yeah, that's-
So, yeah, I would have had him 8th, but since I got a regular list.
Anthony
regardless.
Davis is also a player that probably would have been in my top.
And I
two,
don't
but
mind.
yeah,
He
he's
probably
Luka's
would've
not
been-
on. Luka's not on.
Luka's
mine.
not here because just missed too many games.
Yeah.
Obviously. Who else? That might be it. Just Luka. Luka's a staple that would be here. And if he
Embiid would
did,
usually be here.
Embiid would be here
Embiid.
normally, but of course missed too many
the
games.
whole when I was making the list, it was like as I got to the bottom, I'm like, shit, it's kind of hard now. Like because like
I
certain
got to the
guy-
bottom and was like, shit, it's kind of hard now. Got you.
y'all are crazy. Like it's just because like staple guys just ain't in it no more.
Yeah.
So it's just like sometimes you gotta.
Staple guys ain't in it no more. You are on a roll today.
Are y'all okay? I feel like there's always this. The left side in the middle, y'all be on.
The left side in the middle.
Y'all be on that weird shit.
The left. Are you doing this on purpose? The left side in the middle.
What?
And this is
The
thing
left
about
side
him.
in the
He be
middle?
acting like he don't get what he be saying.
He know what he be doing.
I'm genuinely confused on what the left side in the middle could even mean.
So you just gonna play dumb now?
No, I'm.
I was just messing with you.
Hey man.
Should have just did that the whole rest of the episode.
Everything he said, like, look at it.
He just won't stop doing it.
Oh, before we get into this, Derrick, who's the Meals Men's of the Week?
Then we did that already.
No, we did.
You don't know that we didn't do your own segment?
Oh, we didn't? I thought we talked about that. My Meals Man's of the Week was Bam Adebayo.
Oh, Big Bam.
Because he dropped 30 twice. He almost had 30 last night. But he's also been very aggressive offensively, and he almost even had the game-winning play against the Cavs or somebody. I just know he had a chance to post up somebody, and he fumbled the ball out of bounds.
That
was the Cavs.
That was
he
the
also
Cavs,
had
yeah.
a similar thing last night. They ended up losing.
Yeah, so he's been very aggressive, having the ball in his hands a lot late in the game, and I'm really enjoying the stretch that we getting from Bam Adebayo because he's definitely somebody who I can be critical on because he could do this. Like you could definitely see him show you flashes of being aggressive and what it could bring, and I just wish that we could get that on a consistent basis.
I agree.
Not mad at it. I'm a little disappointed in ain't Alex Jacoby White, but I'll take Bam Adebayo too.
No, Bam. Hey, I gotta show love to the big fellas when they doing anything,
For sure.
especially because we know what he doing on the defensive side of the ball. That ain't got to be talked about.
Right. All right, I'm not mad at that. All right, get into this top 10 list strictly based on this season. Who wants to start off?
Where we starting at? 10, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
I can start off.
Uh-huh.
My number 10 is Donovan Mitchell. Amazing season. Even as a top seed, I feel like some people might think he should probably be a little higher on the top 10 list just based off this season. But I think he's always just been around this range. Like, he's always been great. I think his team is just catching up a little bit more to him. And he's been phenomenal, honestly.
I had him a little bit
I
higher.
had him a little higher, just because the list at the bottom, it just really wasn't that deep. So like he kind of just ended up being higher.
This guy.
At my 10, I got Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Kind of some of the same thing you said with Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. You know who he is. But it's hard to have him in that crazy tier just based off how the Suns been.
Yeah.
But he still has to be a top 10 guy, and I feel like at the beginning of the season, he'd have been a lot higher. So I got Kevin Durant 10. When he gets traded this summer, he'll be back in the top 6 range.
I had him at 11.
Okay.
I didn't put him on either.
No KD, KB?
He said, look, if you look at my, I don't want to spoil the list, but if you see number 11,
it's
it
okay.
says Kevin Durant.
It's okay, man.
He's just he's been playing too good for me to keep him off the list. Maybe if Wemby was, I don't know, but
He's one of the players I wish was a little bit more selfish in terms of like his shot.
I see what you mean.
I think he can drop 40 very regularly, but he doesn't.
I think there's times where it's like he gets to the fourth quarter and now he's like, yeah, now let me get in my bag. Bro, just do that shit the whole game, bro.
Can we get like a week straight of him just being selfish?
Take 30 plus shots, please.
He's
I don't
a guy that like
care
to let the
I
game.
don't care. That efficiency ain't really gonna drop much.
He like to let the game come to him.
Like here are his last 5 games total field goal attempts. 16 last night, 22, 23, 10, and then 23.
Them a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Besides that 10.
I mean,
23.
18 and a half is what he's averaging. He's so fucking efficient for his career. It's insane.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, I'll take a little bit off that efficiency if you just
Golly.
give us a little bit more shots, KD. Be selfish.
But then he has to force it, and he just don't like to do that.
But he's also Kevin Durant, and he's 7 foot, and
I
he can
get
force
you.
shit on
I
like
get
probably
you.
99% of the league.
But he's almost taking 20 shots a game. That's a lot.
It is.
Sometimes it don't be
he
feeling like
plays with
enough.
Devin Booker too.
Yeah.
He do.
Devin better move his ass to the side so we can watch Kevin work.
He did. He threw him hard.
Yes, he did.
To be able to get a pass off in 1 second like that,
Yeah.
I still don't even understand how that shot counts.
Neither do I, Derrick.
You know what they say for every second, or if you see the second, that's theoretically like one dribble.
Yeah, no.
So you have that. That was almost basically.
It
like
also
a pass.
depends on how good you are at dribbling.
I don't know. I don't know if that's an actual thing.
He's 16th this season so far.
Yeah,
in
because I mean,
shot
he's 1
attempts per
second
game.
regardless. If
Yeah.
you're tweeting, nobody's. 1
I
second.
think the one dribble is more so like a clock in your
a clock
mind,
thing,
so you
yeah.
don't have to be looking at 4 seconds. It's
So you said
3.
he eliminated the dribble with the pass.
Yeah. And I guess what he said he get it off on 0.2 seconds left.
Yeah.
So it was something like that. So literally used damn near every millisecond they could.
Who y'all number 10s?
This is where I have Cade Cunningham.
I'm not mad at it, bro.
As
Cade was
do
my
I.
number
I got-
11.
I got him
I
on
got
honorable
Cade.
mention.
I
Hey,
got him number 10.
I'm mad I didn't just do it.
Just there's
I'm
no
not-
consequences
He
and
my
let it
honorable
fly,
mention.
bro.
He my honorable mention.
Cade
I
has
just think
been
the Detroit
amazing.
Pistons have been.
I'm
too
just
damn
glad
good,
y'all did it, 'cause
and
I
he's
didn't
giving
do
you
it, but I'm mad I
25,
didn't.
6, and almost 10 assists a game. Like he's been phenomenal for this team, and he's literally the reason why they have catapulted themselves of being out of the play-in to being a 6 seed, and they probably aren't going to lose that spot just because the Heat sucked, Atlanta sucked, Orlando sucked, the Bulls suck. Nobody's going to catch them. They've created that much of a gap from being a team that lost 27 straight games.
I completely agree with you, Derrick. I got Cade Cunningham number 10. Legitimately superstar in the NBA.
I'm not mad at it.
The fact that he's taken a superstar leap, this has just been amazing.
What about the way he's doing it? He's in the shade thing where he has a certain way where he plays, and that's.
I just love the fact that he seems to always have the advantage no matter what. If you have a guard on him, he could post up. He has a big or a slow-footed wing on him. He could really self-create and get in his bag and blow past people. So, like, the ability, I think, and then he also will post up wings, too.
Yeah.
So, like, he literally has the ability to do whatever he wants on the court, and he just picks his poison.
And I think the playmaking only gets better as the age that you are seeing teams that are showing you 3 bodies. Sometimes like they're just overloading you. You start to recognize and get reps on just all these defenses teams run. So when it comes playoff time and they just trying to run a similar defense, hey, I've been here a million times. I know how to tear this shit up.
And last year, I just felt like he wasn't getting the proper, obviously because they was losing, but like I don't think people, like his last few teams that he's had, they all sucked. So like obviously his assist numbers and his play ain't gonna really translate that well because his team is gonna be bad. But he's never really put up god awful numbers. So like he got a competent team around him. All his stats went up, and his production is translating into winning.
I think he eliminated some of the inefficiencies in his game. Like, he's still a guy that can take a long pull-up too, but it's like it dropped by like 50% and went from last year to this year. Like, he's finding his spot and figuring out what his spots are, taking advantage of a smaller defender and getting to the basket. He's just been incredible. I don't think we can talk about it enough how ridiculous he's been this season.
I just think I just got to give a lot of praise to the front office. They went into this offseason and they literally acquired every perfect
How can we
piece
compliment our star player?
And they went out and got Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, and Tim Hardaway Jr., who have all been phenomenal.
And a coach, which
yes,
I think
and
also,
a coach that actually wants to coach.
Yeah, something they ain't had last year.
And that seems so much better than just like, hey, let's go spend $30 million on this one dude or whatever. Like,
I mean, they did spend $30 million on one dude.
On Tobias.
I
mean, but he wasn't demanding. He wasn't a superstar that demands, like, I got to kind of take the ball out of Cade's hands for me. Like, this is literally let's build around him versus let's try to go out there and get a star.
Yeah, Tobias Harris's greatest gift is also his curse. So he's really good, but not that damn good. Really good enough to make a lot of money in the NBA, but not good enough to be warranted some of the money he might end up getting.
But I just think this situation this situation is just a lot different. I just think he's not asked to be a dude that's on a team with championship aspirations he was making $40 million.
Y'all saw them getting fitted for suits and stuff?
No.
They're getting fitted for playoff suits.
Oh, shit.
And I guess he was paying for it all.
So they wearing suits to all the playoff games?
Maybe just the first one. I'm not sure. But I just know for sure they're getting fitted for playoff suits. What Malik Beasley put in his Instagram story.
At 9, I got Donovan Mitchell.
I got Donovan Mitchell 9 as well.
I have.
Wait. No, I don't. No, I do not. No, I don't. Okay, keep going on Donovan Mitchell.
I just feel like he's having a really good season. Mr. Consistent. I think a lot of people kind of overlooked Donovan Mitchell just a little bit. He's not a guy whose name been in an MVP conversation, anything like that. If it were that they needed one from the Cavs, I think he is clearly the guy over there. And yeah, I think he getting shit done, and he's kind of like to a lesser degree like the Shai, where you just have this really good team, and so it's like, oh, he got Garland, Mobley, and Allen and everything. But Donovan Mitchell to me has had a really good year. Cannot wait to see him in the playoffs. Y'all know what he do when it's showtime. And I think he is a little low on his list for a team that's having a success, but I think it's the playoffs is where a guy like him rises on this list potentially. So I got Donovan Mitchell at number 9.
This is where I had Anthony Edwards.
That's where I have Anthony Edwards too.
I think Anthony Edwards has done a great job of pretty much like transforming his game into where he's now this dude who can get high volume threes, but he's also still very good at getting to the basket and doing all the other stuff. But I just think the evolution of the three ball, he's taking 10 a game and shooting it at 40%. And I just think that volume is ridiculous when you look at the fact.
I'm genuinely surprised that he's able to be this efficient, this fast from 3.
Exactly.
He's just a talented ass dude.
That's why I got him higher. I had to put him higher because this it doesn't make sense, especially with the team getting significantly worse, especially from an offensive standpoint. It's crazy because if you could imagine him doing this, but with Cat out there and the team they had last year, he would probably be even more lethal because it would just be more complementary.
That's why I also give him some credit because it's like he got some people that can shoot the ball, but there is not much spacing out there for him.
That's why I have him.
There's not much spacing.
Y'all think this volume increases with Cat? Because I think a big reason why he increased his volume and his shooting is so crazy is because he looked at the fact the team now needs 3-point shooting. And he said, fuck it, I could do it. And I just think that's what he's doing. I think if they have Cat, he probably's not taking over 10 a game still. He's probably still at his normal rate of around 6 to 7.
I think that's a good argument. I mean, part of trading Cat is losing space, so he's providing the space himself. And with Cat spacing, he got to the basket a lot more.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm not mad at that.
It's a little hard to get to the basket when you got Randall and Rudy Gobert in the paint.
I think they look so much better when they don't got both
He
of
also
them.
making the shot, though. That's his argument, is that I'm making them. Yeah. So it's like...
At first, I thought it was like a hot streak. At the beginning of the season, he was just hot, and like I was always in favor shit, just ride the hot wave until it's no longer there. But then, shit, he's just lethal. That's just who he is. Hopefully next year, we see him in a 3-point contest.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, that would be dope.
He hasn't been in any All-Star festivities, right?
He don't give a damn about All-Stars. Maybe he did shoot with his left hand in that one thing, didn't he?
Till he missed.
And he started. Wasn't that the skills challenge?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He didn't take it serious. Thanks, Bron. Yeah, shout out to Anthony Edwards, man. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. Who you got at 9?
My number 9 was Jalen Brunson. He's been basically back to his stuff like carrying the offensive load and looking more like himself compared to, I guess, like the first beginning of the season. But again, just being able to carry the offensive load, you're going to probably see the impact of him out with this New York Knicks team and how they're going to probably struggle to generate good shots. But I think he did a lot of underrated stuff, not probably averaging the craziest numbers, like he's not averaging like 30 or nothing like that. But I think that's also a testament to just like
shit.
Still, even with scores like Mikal Bridges, OG, obviously Cat Cat damn near could have been on this list himself. So
especially based on that first half, he was incredible.
Yeah,
bro. That first half.
Piggybacking, I got Jalen Brunson at 8 as well.
Okay.
I just feel like the responsibility he has, the clutchness he has for this team, it feels like every time the Knicks need an answer, Jalen Brunson in every game is the one there. There's a lot of inconsistencies on our team, especially from the wings, where you get OG looking like a $40 million man. Then one night you kind of don't get that. Mikal has stretches. Then Mikal is gone. Jalen Brunson and Cat have been consistent, but I think down a stretch you kind of know that you have Jalen Brunson to lean on. And even a Laker game, you saw that as soon as he went out, it was kind of done. It was it.
Yeah.
So again, I just think that when you take some of those things into consideration, how limited we are offensively, even though we have the talent, Jalen Brunson just makes shit happen. So I got Jalen Brunson at 8, being that stature, being that focal point.
Number 8 is where I had Steph Curry. I think, especially post-Jimmy trade, Steph Curry has been on fire. I do think the start of the season wasn't as great as what we're seeing now. Like, he's really taking his game to a whole nother level, and he's looking kind of like Bron, where he kind of smells blood in the water. He's feeling rejuvenated, and you could definitely tell that the trade has re-sparked him. And I'm loving that from him. He just gave us like 56 against
that was the Magic.
The Magic, yeah. And he pretty much just single-handedly beat them when no one else was really doing anything offensively.
40-something against the Nets.
Yep, and so he's definitely getting that shot against the Nets at like half court at the end of the half was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It didn't even look that's just not even something you can just like explain. Then he just I love the fact that he just walked out the tunnel after that. He didn't even nothing else happened. I'm gonna shoot that and just walk out.
That shit is so nasty to me, bro. Like he does that shit so effortlessly.
He ain't had that shot, but Luka had a shot against the Knicks where I was like,
oh, the one to get on Cat? Or was it like
the 3?
The left wing one?
Yeah, on Cat, right?
Was that Cat?
Yeah, when he like yelled at him.
They almost like
he had
is this when he hit the second one?
Like
he hit the one that went in the air and it
was like a big okay.
I think that was an OT.
No, this is before OT.
Oh, this is before OT?
I think this is before OT, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
My 8 is Donovan the Meat Master. It's his nickname.
Meat Master. Did he confirm that?
Darius Garland did. So like that, it's like
Donovan Mitchell
crazy.
say he didn't confirm it, but Darius Garland confirmed it.
Right, yeah, that's all that matters. If your teammate said it's true, it must be true. We already talked about him, so shout out to Donovan Mitchell. While we're here, my 7 is Jalen Brunson. I think he is
where I have Brunson
the clutch
as well.
player of the year probably at this point in time.
It seems like when it's clutch time, there's not a man that I fear more. Like it just seems like he's gonna get a good look, and it just seems like it just goes in. Like that's my perspective of it. It just seems like when it's clutch time, Jalen Brunson he's always the most deadliest person on the court.
Yeah. And I'm happy y'all said it's only a 2-week because that injury looked real bad in real time.
You know what's funny? Shaq has said he said when he saw it, they replayed it during the post game, he was like, that's 2 weeks. And I was like, damn.
Shaq.
And then when I saw the report say that it was 2 weeks, I was like, Shaq know his shit.
He know rolled ankles, man. But no, Jalen Brunson's been amazing. It's cool to see somebody that's damn near the same height as me go out there and average 27 points per game, dog. Shit is insane. And then they've had one of the most efficient like half-court offenses in basketball, which genuinely translates to the playoffs really well, and that's almost all Jalen Brunson.
And also, I just think the addition of Cat has just brought so much more spacing for him. Like, when you talk about the pick and roll, pick and pop action that they can run, it's just always so lethal because you really just got to pick your poison. Because then also, Cat he's not even just shooting at the three-point line. Sometimes he's giving you 25, 28-footers.
I think that goes back to what you were saying, to like, that's got to be just an extra blessing. Because earlier we was talking about how for the 6'1", 6-foot guys, like, you got to go down there against just the big 7-footers of the world. But now he got to respect that Cat jumper. I'm loving that as a guy that can basically get past anybody I want to. I just got to finish at the rim and finish strong. So
He's so good that Tom Thibodeau doesn't coach anymore. That's so crazy
He'll
to me.
figure it
dog.
out, y'all.
Yeah.
Just stand in the corner, let him do him.
But
Let
these
him
next
work.
2 weeks, they're gonna have to coach.
Oh, man.
7, I had Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
Just think the responsibility he's been shouldered with the change of the team. I think he's handled it really well from a production standpoint. The Tex, he might have to chill out. They on his ass on the off the court shit.
As they should be. Some of that shit is off.
It is.
Yeah,
Actually, really awful.
it's been a very crazy off the court year, but production wise, he's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. I think last night was a really good team effort from them. I think he only shot like 10 shots and 13 rebounds and like just really, really good. So I think this is gonna be very beneficial for him in the long haul. I think it really is. He's taking on that challenge as that guy, and he lives up to it at a decent rate. So I give Anthony Edwards number 7 for now. I'm very interested to see what they're going to look like in the playoffs. They're such a hit or miss team depending on what week it is. And
it's part of me that feels like they could turn it up.
me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm not trying to get my hopes up because they also the team that could turn it down
Yeah.
and get their ass
Hey, you
spanked.
better hope they don't turn it up, motherfucker. That might be your opponent.
True. True.
I ain't said they're going to turn it up. That
We know who
that-
they leaving. We know who they leaving.
Randall,
Yeah.
'cause you can't leave Nas.
No, bro, he been shooting ridiculous too. My eight was Kevin Durant. My 7 was Anthony Edwards. And then y'all basically just said all y'all 7s, right? My 6 was Steph.
Same. I have Steph at 6.
I just had Steph at 8. 6 for me was Donovan Mitchell.
Babyface assassin, still getting it done at this day and age, and I feel terrible because earlier this year I was definitely like, man, Steph losing that step. He literally had a game where he had 0 points in that game against the Grizzlies or whatever. He had damn near 0. I'm like, this not the Steph I
The
want to see.
Jalen Wells game, yeah.
He's turning it back
Right,
into
yeah.
that Steph that I want to see, where he's kind of just like literally relentless. Whenever he shoots the ball, I feel like opponents got to like hold their breath real quick because they never know that one shot could be that shot that ends up with him having 56 points or 40, whatever it is.
He's got his joy back, man.
Yeah.
And him having his joy back is the greatest show in basketball, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't think I've missed a game since the Jimmy Butler acquisition. And if I have, it only been like 1.
yeah,
Because that's how incredible Steph Curry is, just by having another guy that's a threat. And Jimmy didn't drop like 6-point games, 5-point games, but
Him being on the
being
court,
there
yeah.
just changes so much for Curry. And the shots are dropping again after a little stretch where it was a little wishy-washy. But it's Steph Curry. Like, if he going to have a shooting slump, you know that it's going to come back. You can't act like that's his norm now.
Yeah.
You don't go from a career 40% three-point shooter and you go a week shooting 32 and you're like, damn, he fell off. That's not how it works. The jump shot is traditionally the last thing that go away.
Yeah.
And now he's cooking defenders again too. So, like, it's everything, dog. Shout out to Steph Curry.
Number 6 for me was Donovan Mitchell. We kind of already talked about him. But
Shout out to Donovan.
number 5, this is where I got LeBron.
I ain't get my 6.
Oh, you didn't get your 6? Oh, bet, my
My
bad.
6 is Tatum.
Okay.
And I hate that Tatum got to be 6 because I love the season Tatum is having. And I won't lie, it's recency bias.
Yeah.
Because Bron and Steph I have higher. Clearly recency bias. So I'm not mad at anybody in the comments or if y'all disagree. Because Tatum can't really find a flaw in the season that he's having. And we get into that territory now for the rest of the list where I don't think anybody is going to have much of a flaw.
I mean, we looking at so much damn talent that I literally have Jason Tatum around this range too, like 1 spot higher, and I'm like, it feels wrong for him to be on like doing the Celtics having the season that they're having and him having the season he's having, and he's 5 or whatever.
Yeah,
so
right.
it just didn't
complete
feel right.
recency bias. I can admit that. But again, Jason Tatum, a guy who I've loved this year, a guy that I feel a little wrong having him 6 because I've been trying to pump him up when they was all on my boy or whatever. But
I mean, only jackasses will look at the 6th best player in the world and say, Pete tripping. It's the 6th best player in the whole world. That's not a negative thing.
That's very true. That's very true. But he's just a guy where, like Mike said, it's just like he's so damn good and it's just so much talent for whatever reason. It does feel like, damn, Tatum is 6.
I feel like he's sliding him a little
Right,
bit.
it does. But he's, to me, talk about a nickname, is Mr. Consistent. Like, I kind of know what I'm getting. I know past playoffs and series, people feel otherwise. But I feel like when I turn on the Celtics, for the most part, he's not exempt from having
the
bad
opposite
performances.
of last year, where he was kind of like up and down or whatever, and his team would just carry. Like he's been the one consistent one this season versus like other players been having.
I feel like I
being
turn on
up
the
and
Celtic
down.
game, he's gonna give me 38 and 8.
I think
Yeah.
people forget that Jason Tatum holds the record for most points in a Game 7 for what he did against Philly.
That was against Philly.
That was against Philly.
I thought yeah.
Right, because he had that big game 51 against Brooklyn. That was not 7. That was like avoiding elimination.
And you talk about recency bias. Obviously, he didn't shoot the ball well in last postseason run. They won a championship. But the motherfucker has had some ridiculous playoff moments in his life already. He's 26.
Yeah.
Having the most points in a Game 7 is crazy. You think about how many great players went
like
to 7 games.
LeBron, has been in the game, multiple
you know,
games.
Michael Jordan.
It's just crazy. Shout out to him though. Shout out to him.
We're
We're at 5.
Yes.
This is where I had LeBron. I'm just loving the fact that at 40 we can still call LeBron a top 5 player in basketball. Like I just don't
Speak
think
on it.
that's just not something you will ever see again probably, and it's just gonna be hard to see it go away. Cause like he's literally, we're talking about dudes that are up and coming like Donovan Mitchell, Brunson, Anthony Edwards. Like these are the dudes that we thought would be like taking the reins, but LeBron's like, nah, this is still
here.
my shit, and like y'all gotta still go through me. And for him to have his team at the 2 seed has just been phenomenal. When you coming into the season, you do not look at the Lakers and think that they are a team that will be competing for a 2 seed. And like they are legitimately the 2 seed right now. So for him to have them this high and for him to be the one that's like the head of the snake defensively, you could definitely tell that there's a lot of communication going on the court. And he's a big reason part of that. And he even got Luka locked in and engaged. So like you could definitely tell that by committee, they are all following him and his lead, and it's just translating into winning. They're on a 8-game win streak?
Yes.
Or something like that?
All of the top 9 teams, if you go to the standings, it's gonna say a W, like a streak
Yeah.
in the West. Some of them is just like 1-1.
Did y'all see
but
I think I told KB when he had scored 50,000 for like regular season and postseason. They did that little pause the game thing and they were kind of celebrating him. And the announcer was like, "Everybody, hail your king.
Stand up and hail your
I'm like,
king.
bro, y'all doing too
Crazy.
much. Y'all
And people was
doing
in the crowd was like, yeah, I guess I will.
Let me stand up,
I
take
would
my
have
head off.
I ain't gonna lie. We was there. I would have stood my ass up too.
Oh, hell
I ain't
yeah.
mad at it.
You got to show some love and appreciation to what LeBron is doing because you just don't know when it's going to end.
Yeah, for sure.
5 is where I got Steph. Like I said, super recency bias, but he's just been on a tear. I love this version of Steph. Same way I love this version of LeBron. It just makes for the season to be better. You know what I mean? The theatrics, the Warriors look so crazy, and even when Steph is not playing at his best levels, he's still such a guy that just does so much for this team, and to see how much attention he gets is still mind-blowing because Steph Curry ain't young either. We talk about how old LeBron is.
36.
Like, and to see him still playing at this level, and all they had to do was make one trade, and now it's like, look, I think some of these guys we take it for granted, man. I think some of these guys we take it for granted.
I
know
never
it's
really
hard,
thought
but
Steph like fell off. Because we saw him in the Olympics be the second best player on the court. Like he was really taking over games. So I just knew that he needed something that could rejuvenate him and get him more in love. Like maybe just like in love with the team, I guess. 'Cause I don't think he ever fell in love
Needed some
with
help.
the team. Yeah, he needed some help. Like he probably was just like this shit getting tough. I got four motherfuckers guarding
I
me.
kind of miss Kevin Durant.
Yeah, there's 4 people guarding me right now. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
Damn, that shit reminded me, bro. Clayton left them to go to Dallas, and Dallas don't got shit right now.
They really don't, man.
So I don't know that shit.
I'm watching Clay dribble the ball too much.
They got they need somebody to do something to play left, right, and top of the key. Stiff as hell.
left, right, it's crazy.
He do got a stiff
If it's
ass
one
dribble.
NBA player that would probably left, right, it would probably be Clay.
Yeah.
I'm with Derrick on this one. My 5 is Bron, our glorious king. I think it's so insane that we can say, don't even think about him being 40. Forget about ages. Look at what he's doing in the court, and it still is hella impressive.
Yes.
If he was doing this exact same thing at 28, we would still be like, this LeBron guy is pretty damn good. And he's doing it at 40, bro. He's doing it at 40. And specifically in this last, 8-week stretch or so, it has been my second favorite show in basketball, only behind, again, Steph Curry. just watching Bron hit a logo 3, chase down the block. It didn't count. Fuck,
He
I
for
wish it
real a
did count,
40% three-point shooter.
40% 3-point shooter, bro. It's
That's him now.
incredible.
Last year wasn't like a.
And he said he's always molded his game to want to play with a guy like Luka.
It's been ridiculous, bro. Shout out to
That's
Bron.
why he's my number 4, by the way. LeBron is my 4. Steph was my 5. All of the same reasons you said. And again, I just love the fact that we are getting MVP performances from a 40-year-old who's catapulting his team to the 2nd seed and buying in defensively. And again, I think it's very big for JJ in his first year to be able to have that stamp because when LeBron doing it, it makes everybody else doing it.
Yeah.
So when we see Luka effort, because LeBron's setting that tone, you got it. If I'm doing it, everybody around here should be in their stands, moving, communicating, and it makes the Lakers very scary for the playoffs, man. It makes them very scary for the playoffs. The last thing you wanted for this team to believe that they can win now, because when this trade happened, I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. But when they get to the offseason, they gonna put the piece together. No, they had other thoughts. They're seeing the results, and every single game they're getting more confident and confident and confident. And now it's getting real scary because again, you'll see Jackson Hayes make plays. He's starting to look more confident, sure of himself. Gabe Vincent,
Trey Jameson.
Trey Jameson. Yeah.
How do they pronounce it on the broadcast? I always thought it was Jamerson. They
Trey
pronounce
Jameson?
Jemison.
It is an E.
It is an E?
It is
oh,
an
see,
E.
I thought it was an A this whole time. So Jemison makes sense.
Bro, Jordan Goodwin
I swear
got
to
hurt,
God.
and I seen a lot of Laker fans like, damn.
Hey, he made a lot.
Damn, we got to miss out on a couple games from
He
that.
fit perfect with that
really
mask
did.
on, getting all them
he's
extra
been really
possessions
good.
and shit.
Yeah. Who did you get your 5?
My 5 was Jason Tatum. My number 4 was LeBron James. I don't even know how much more you could say. You probably spent all day talking about how impressive he's been this season. And you don't even really got to mention the age no more. But I think the other thing about it, though, I'm so damn glad he's doing this, but also the Lakers have the 2 seed. It just feels a lot more.
Yeah.
It feels a lot more right giving him the credit for it.
Yeah.
You know?
The Lakers have been in that bubble with him and AD killing.
it'll
it,
be like
stayed
a
at
play-in
9th seed.
team.
Right. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's hard to give credit because it's not translating a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's like
That's how I felt
translating.
about Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
My number 3 was.
Wait. I didn't get my 4.
my
This is
fault.
why I had Tatum.
This is where I have Tatum as well.
Start to finish, this whole season has been nothing. Like you said, consistency for Jason Tatum on both sides of the floor. Put his head down and only talk when people ask him shit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I just think when he's really on the team, that he's the leader of the team to beat. And like he's showing that he is legitimately the best player on a team that just won a championship last year. And no matter what, y'all ass still got to go through me. And the Cavs might be the number
Y'all
1 seed.
ass still got to go through me.
I'm still the one to beat in this conference.
You want to know how crazy it's got in my house? I was telling her this is my wife, that this is what the episode was, and I was reading her my list. And she's not watching Celtics games, but she know names. And when I was reading her and I said Tatum, then Bron, she was like, what? And she said, she said who?
She said Tatum ain't a superstar.
No. She mentioned playoffs in some type of atmosphere.
She said I agree with Colin.
Close your eyes and think about him. He ain't really got that work. She mentioned something, and I had to say, whoa. We're not saying the players that we want for the playoffs, because LeBron James is number 2 on that. But we're saying from start to
After
finish
who?
from Jokic. That's the only guy who would take over LeBron James in the playoff series. But it was something like she was surprised I had Tatum over Bron because Bron is Bron. And I just had to explain to her, like, bro, Tatum has been on this whole nother
And it's this season.
level, and it's just this
It's
season.
this season.
Just this
It's
season.
this season.
But if we made this list differently, it was talking about a playoff series. Goddamn, I know my list looks so much different.
So
Terrence Mann, top of your
let's
list.
finish this. Let's finish this list so we can try to do that.
All right, number 3,
Giannis.
Giannis.
This is where I have Shai.
I have Shai right here.
I'm actually super surprised. Talk to me about it.
I mean, I think Shai is having an amazing season.
So people are getting bored of the Thunder just doing
guess
this.
so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a slight to him.
No.
We're talking about third best player in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not on no Twitter shit. Yeah, it's all whatever.
No, I think when you're talking about Shai, I just think the ability his 3-point shot has really come along this season. I think, I don't know the stats of it, but it seems like he's shooting it at a lot better clip than what he did.
37%.
What he did in the past. The mid-range game was always lethal. He's getting to the free throw line at a crazy rate. And then defensively, I think he always brings that effort. Like, even though he is a star on the team, Shai isn't afraid to send that chin and actually defend. So I just love the season that he's having. I think he's probably going to win MVP. He has the best team in the league. And it's nothing bad to say about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, honestly, I have him at 3-2, and it's not even more so. I don't think you can take anything away from Shai. I just think that Giannis and Jokic are literally the best players in the world right now.
Yeah.
But Jokic,
Same.
yeah.
I think Jokic is 1, Giannis is 2. That's how my list completes.
I'm right.
Not mad at
Similar with y'all. Me and KB probably got the same list. Then Giannis, Shai, Jokic is my number 1. Right?
Yep, that's exactly how I have it as well.
I just think Jokic is the guy. That's why I still think the Nuggets are a contending team. It's really no answer for them. Can't wait to see if y'all can match up with them because obviously y'all vulnerable spot is the front court center position.
And I just think both of these dudes, they have less talent, but their teams are still like really good. Like they don't have
less talent.
The Bucks and the Nuggets. They have less talent than what OKC has a very deep team. I think we kind of forget that. Like
I think it's facts that they're young. People overlook the fact that they're just really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Giannis do got your boy though. We ain't gonna sit here and act like he on a
no. But after that,
the Nuggets
it's kind of
type
a
team.
drop in talent.
I think all three of these dudes, in some ways, are just unguardable in their own different way.
Yes.
Like Shai will get to his spot, and a lot of times I genuinely feel like your contest doesn't matter.
Bro,
it's just
that
a matter
little free throw
of 50
line mid range.
That's his
Can't do
shot.
nothing with it. You literally
Giannis,
can't.
same thing. Get to the basket at will, and then Jokic.
But also, Giannis has also added a mid range jumper.
Yes.
So,
I mean, he's at
But
the
you're
three
still
best
living with
players in
that.
the world.
Yeah.
And it's insane. And 2 of the 3, at least, are like super, super positive defensive players, and Giannis and Shai.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think there's any all NBA buzz, all defensive buzz for Giannis. I'm not even sure if he deserves to have all defensive buzz, but he has just consistently been a really good defender throughout the course of his career.
he's honestly probably the most versatile defender in the league. Like when you talk about him being able to be a great help defender, he could play the 5 if you need him to. He can also guard well on the perimeter. Like he kind of can do it all for you defensively.
Not mad at it. So how's the rest of y'all list? Y'all got Giannis 2 and then Jokic 1.
Yeah.
Jokic consists as number 1 player in the world still.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all agree on that one because he still just does stupid
How
stuff.
y'all rearrange this list if it was the playoffs though? I want
If it was
Like
the
players
playoffs,
that I want in a playoff series.
or even these 10. But
Just, yeah.
everybody on here is going to be in the playoffs except Kevin Durant, I think.
I would have
Yes.
Jokic number 1.
Yeah.
I would have Bron number 2.
Number 3 would probably.
I feel like you
So,
got to mention Steph.
I'm thinking Steph Curry.
You got to
Curry.
mention Steph.
But like I also was thinking like if we were doing this playoff base, I would add Luka into the list.
He just don't make the games. But we all know Luka's on this list. He might be number 3, number 2.
But no,
maybe number 1 in some
yeah.
people's eyes. I'm not sure.
Yeah, true.
Donovan Mitchell's a playoff riser.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell would definitely probably be top 5 for me.
Giannis is probably.
Giannis
Here's
is-
my list, and then y'all tell me what y'all agree with. And this is just off the top of mine.
It
It would be Jokic 1 for me, Bron 2, Curry 3,
I would go Giannis right
Giannis 4. You would go Giannis 3? I'm not mad
here.
at that.
No, 4.
Okay, Giannis 4.
I would probably go Tatum at 5, honestly.
5 is either Tatum or Brunson for me.
I would go Tatum.
I would probably go Tatum.
I would too.
Let's go Tatum.
I would then probably go Shai.
Oh, I haven't mentioned Shai yet?
No.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Reset. Jokic 1. And again, this is my list. Jokic, Bron, Curry, Shai, Tatum.
I got to put Tatum over Shai.
I would probably put Tatum over Shai.
I'm not mad at it. Obviously, Tatum has a lot more games played and a lot more wins postseason-wise. And we really only got, 2 playoff series with
So
Shai
Giannis
as the guy?
dropped down.
I miss Giannis again?
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
that's how I'm like. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to say Giannis would literally run through a wall.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
fault.
we-
it's
we-
hard to do
It's
on the
hard.
fly.
It's
hard to do on the
hard.
fly.
I don't want to do that shit on the fly or on not the fly.
There's no wrong answers. These
No,
are the
no.
time. I know who my 10 is in this list.
Cade
Yeah,
He's got 0 experience there. Everybody else we've seen do ridiculous stuff in the postseason, from Anthony Edwards going to the conference finals, Donovan Mitchell dropping 50 a night in the bubble, Jalen Brunson dropping 40s very regularly in the playoffs last season, Steph Curry being like, it goes on. All of these dudes have been,
It's not enough.
but yeah, doing it in the playoffs wise. Because where does Wemby fit in all this, hypothetically?
I have no idea.
We have no idea yet,
I
right?
haven't seen him in the playoffs at all.
Yeah.
But I thought this year was going to be the year. I guess we got to wait.
Got to wait next year.
If
Maybe.
Joel Embiid was on this list,
Oh,
does he fall or rise?
Fall.
I think regular season, he's higher than the postseason.
last year's postseason was Joel was crazy though.
It was good.
He was really good. It's just he was hurt.
He just had quarters at a time where he wasn't him.
Because there was some ugly ass shit going on.
Is there a player that didn't
he
make
also
this
doing it
list?
with
That
one
could
leg
go?
too.
Could Jimmy make this list?
If you
Jimmy
play,
could make this
you
list.
healthy. What Paul George do?
Not play.
Y'all silent? Paul George he rise on that list or he drop? Or is indifferent?
He
dropped.
not even in
He
the
dropped.
conversation.
He's not even in comment. Yeah.
Hey, I don't even like all that
What
because
Damian
Paul
Lillard
George
do?
be having his moments where
He's a riser.
he
For
turned
sure.
up.
For sure. Ain't nobody.
So I don't know. I feel like he a little bit of a balance. He might just stay the same, honestly.
No, he don't.
Wait, who?
Tell about Paul George.
Oh,
What about my boy Kai?
that's a riser.
I
Last-
think Kai might be. He might stay steady.
Okay.
He's steady.
I think he stays steady. If anything, it may be a slight drop.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you just
It's
don't.
been about 10 years since he hit the shot. I'm looking
He's
at
still
what he's
living
doing
off
now.
that KB.
No. Hey, listen, I am not here to talk shit about Kyrie is 25 a night, great efficiency.
Cool, because we was going to be in this bitch wrestling.
I'm trying to think of his other playoff series.
Just think about
The
the
one
last
last. I mean, he did go to the finals last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually, even when he wasn't scoring the ball,
He was fine.
He was still doing the other.
That's what I'm saying.
things.
Probably stays the same, and
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of drop because defenders get bigger and they care more about
The
Kyrie.
biggest
Irving.
thing about Kai is that he just get hurt. Like the Nets, you see how you just had to think because like
I can't remember the
the
one. before.
Celtics ones he
Yeah.
was hurt.
Yeah, it's been a rough stretch for him. Besides last year.
Don't worry, he'll still get his max contract. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, I'm not really worried
Because
about
what
that.
Nico Harrison gonna do?
Let him walk.
You got him, pay him. He got Nico Harrison by the balls.
Yeah.
Trying to think of
He
the
traded
worst
Luka.
player that has the biggest jump during playoff times.
The worst player that had the biggest jump.
Is
during
Caleb
play-
Martin going against the Celtics?
Oh, he stretched that whole team damn near.
Yeah, Max Strus. Gabe
Gabe
Vincent
Vincent.
made $30 million
Yeah.
off that boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy stretch. All them boys got
Danny
paid.
Green.
Bro,
Yeah.
Danny
Danny
Green.
Green was an MVP of the postseason for a year. Now Jimmy
Remember
Butler.
KCP tried to steal their MVP, finals MVP.
Hell yeah.
Jimmy Butler's what? In the normal case, the 23rd best player in the world.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
Postseason, he can be in that top 10.
Literally top.
I wouldn't say
five
Iggy would be top
sometime.
10, but Iggy was a playoff riser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
So it's
Is Drew Holiday kind of like that, or is he just he's just a winning type? Like
I don't know. Because
Mold the player.
Drew Holiday's shot can go wishy-washy.
not the
What
bucket.
he said he's had series where he was really not great offensively. And then he had other ones where he was incredible.
But you always know what you're getting defensively.
You
Anthony
always know.
Davis.
Riser.
see,
Anthony Davis does a similar, and it's on the
Kyrie.
same level as like a Joel Embiid, and like you can have a quarter from Anthony Davis in the postseason where you forget he's on the court.
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
But also in the finals, he was
You're not
fucking
wrong.
insane in 2020. So I'm gonna say riser more than faller.
Depends on if he's going against Jokic.
That's the kryptonite.
Yeah.
Every other series he's doing his part.
Yeah. That's really what you've seen. And when he goes against Jokic, he do have offensively stretches, but you can definitely tell he starts to wear down as the game go on from having to really guard Jokic. And
Yeah,
that
now
shit
he ain't
is
got to
hard.
guard Jokic ever again because he's gonna be a power forward for the rest of his career.
Yeah. Shout out to the Dallas Mavericks for giving him what he wants. Oh, no. Shout out to Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka for giving him what he wants.
I hate that they tried to spin it that way. By the way,
Yes.
They wanted to give him a power, let him play power forward, so they shipped him to Dallas.
who was it? Was it Chris Bouchard? That was like he could have been happy as a clam. You would have did this deal regardless.
Yes, exactly.
Like, it don't matter what the hell he was
Chris
thinking.
Broussard got action animated for that.
Yeah.
He
The fact,
not
that they
wrong.
tried
so-
to, the fact that they tried to shape it is that he was unhappy, and that's why is insane. I never.
Well,
had
it did also just come like that was right after he had who he meet up with talking
Oh,
about
Shams?
no,
Yeah,
it was Shams.
It was Shams. Yeah, he said that.
talking
Oh,
about
sit
like,
down.
man, I really could use a big man so I can run the power forward. And they said, we got you.
Yeah, we got
Here you
you.
go, your plane ticket.
Kawhi
fella.
take his game up in the playoffs. Last year was an anomaly. But
Last year's an
Oh,
anomaly.
yeah,
for
Kawhi
sure.
is one of the best playoff prizes we've seen.
It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute
Been 2
since we
years.
really get to see it. 2 years is kind of an eternity.
It is, but he also got hurt. In
I feel like we ain't
series,
seen Giannis in the playoffs in a while, and it's been about
happened?
2 years.
Yep.
too. Yeah,
2 years.
Unfortunately, both of those dudes have gotten hurt in the first round.
Yeah. Let's pray for good health for everybody in the postseason
You think
this year.
Dan can probably work his way back into those conversations too?
Oh, sure.
This year, Damian Lillard.
Oh, Dame.
A
Oh,
lot less pressure now that Giannis is back. Hell yeah. Yeah, Dame is going.
Who would they play?
Yeah.
I would love to
The
see
Pacers, right? The
them. I would love to
Pacers
see
right
them replay the Pacers.
now? Yeah.
And I think last year,
Yeah, it's a 4-5 matchup.
I'm assuming he's way healthier this year, probably going
Right.
into the playoffs. But last year, I think he's talking about was it like something in his abdomen or something
I
like?
think
He
it
was dealing with
no,
something. It was a
Achilles, I
calf.
think.
Regardless, he was dealing with something. He
know.
still had that
got
that
the whole-
damn
It was
30
Achilles,
point.
Achilles
half.
or
From
calf
January 2nd to February 3rd was Achilles. Then from February 8th.
It won't really bother him. It was just tight.
one. Yeah.
He had got his tattoo redone, so
Yeah.
it was a little sore.
The back one.
You let us know in the comment section what you agree or disagree with.
There's
And
going to be a lot of disagreement.
Tell us your favorite players one spot too low, please. What else been going on in live, man?
I kind of brought up the stuff earlier.
I think it's in here.
Candy.
Mints.
Yeah, you're right. It's candy. It's Skittles.
Skittles.
Nice.
I had saw that bag of Skittles on your kitchen table when I walked in.
Yeah, and it's still there. We have not moved that shit. We do not be cleaning up for
Y'all
that.
out of tissue, by the way.
Hey, bro. So I had my sister and my cousin. They spent the night last night,
Okay.
and so whatever they ate dinner. We made like little pizzas or whatever, and
Y'all made them or you like put them in the oven?
we made them. So
Oh,
we had
okay.
like the little crust. We put the mozzarella on, whatever. Like we did all that. And then afterwards, they usually ask for like some ice cream or whatever, like a little dessert. So I gave them these ice cream bars, right? They're like mini ice cream, like the little chocolate bars or whatever.
From
Little
Trader
ice cream
Joe's?
sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
Literally from Trader Joe's too, because they not the like dairy ones. They're the non-dairy ones. There's oat milk or whatever it is.
Okay.
And so they're really
You
good
taste
too.
the difference?
Yeah, you could definitely taste. It's like
I've had
it's a
those
little
before.
sweeter.
Yeah.
And they're really good, right? So I gave them one apiece, whatever. They have it at night. It's 2 left, right? Because Elena take one too. I'm like, y'all taking all my stuff.
Right.
You know it's your food when you talking about why you eating my
Oh,
snacks?
I know.
And so I'm thinking to myself like, damn, I might have to go soon because there's only 2 left. I wake up this
They
morning.
gone.
I look at the fridge. It's a box just sitting on the ground empty. Elena like, what happened? Like, did you eat them? I'm like, no. That shit was late as hell at midnight. So they had to wake up early this morning and have 2 big ass chocolate bars or like vanilla ice cream
You got
sandwiches.
on their ass?
No, I didn't even really realize that they had left out the house. But I'm like, bro, y'all ass is sneaky.
Would
It
you
is-
have gotten on their ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's crazy too, because Alex had some pretzels or whatever. And I'm like, where the hell he get them pretzels from? But like he found it in the back of the cabinet. And he tried to be real neat about it too. Because you know how like chips, you have the little clip on it so it don't go bad. He used one of Elena hair clips on this shit.
Damn.
So he was trying to put it away back all safely. I'm like, how you put the chips
How old
back?
is he now? Like 9?
He's like 10.
Okay. Yeah.
10, 11. So it's just crazy, bro. I was mad. I woke up and I found out my damn ice cream sandwiches was gone. Just sitting on the damn floor.
Do y'all buy snacks?
Yeah, I do.
I just
feel-
went on a snack run because we had nothing. You remember we was playing marbles and I
Oh,
was like,
yes.
there's no snacks in this house. The next morning, I got up, brushed my teeth, and I went to Mariano's to get snacks, bro. I ain't even think breakfast or nothing. I'm like, I need to go get some snacks.
I feel like I'm the opposite. I feel like when we go grocery shopping, I tend to just buy like actual food, and then I realize that like ain't shit to snack on in the house.
That's
Why we
why.
want something to
That's why
snack
me and
on?
Elena got that balance. She's the person that gets all the food stuff. I'm the person that's going.
So you the immature one.
Hey, the
I'm a
best
big-time
relationships need
snacker.
both.
I'm a big time snacker.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
keep snacks.
Yeah.
Ain't no
But
chips,
they
ain't no
do
nothing.
evaporate. I tell you that. Boy, you don't go on a snack run and be like, damn, what happened to the yada yada? I gotta keep some chips. I'm a big Cape Cod guy. I got the Girl Scout cookies. I went crazy on the Girl Scout cookies. The Girl Scouts love to see me coming because I'm.
How often do y'all be saying I need some sweet? Like to
I don't
yourself.
say that as
not
much
out loud,
often.
but like thinking to yourself,
said
like
the opposite.
I could use some sweet.
I'm falling every day.
That's me. I ain't gonna lie.
Every
And
day.
that's
Every
like
day
I'm
is
at that
crazy.
age where I understand. Like I could use some sweet.
You know what I
Every
want
day.
something sweet? You know what I like to do? I like to get like an apple or some grapes.
Really?
Oh, you just missed the fitness over
But
there.
No, I'm not.
You're
I'm-
right. That'll. Hey man, I got a bag
natural
full
sugar?
of apples.
Like I Because instead of buying snacks, a lot of times I'll buy grapes or apples.
Now you capping. You snack up.
I literally just said I don't buy snacks.
Yeah, but you still snack up.
I don't have snacks in the house.
You might not, but you snack up. You cannot convince me that you just don't snack on
So
shit.
the only time you snack is when you're here?
Because I see you
He
run.
be messing
Oh,
up
yeah.
chips
Yes.
up.
No,
Yes.
yeah, when I'm here, I'll go grab a
Motherfucker
bag
get
of
2-3
chips.
bags.
But like I don't have like
We do
chips or nothing.
TikTok, go do the shit up in there, and I'm right with you.
They had to
but-
tell you, stop putting that bag in the frame. They not paying you. Because it did kind of like a sponsorship every TikTok.
Nah, he was just snacking. Now he up here, grapes, apples.
How often, 7 days a week,
Carrots.
how often do y'all make dinner versus like eating out?
Probably like three times, 3 to 4 times.
Like half the weekish?
Yeah.
I probably run the same.
Cause like I usually, cause making breakfast is normal. I usually probably make breakfast every day. I don't really go out for breakfast no more.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Sunday morning. Sunday mornings are probably the days where I probably will
Or
go out for
Saturday
breakfast.
morning?
Yes. But other than
'Cause he
that,
definitely was here before all of us, and I walked in and he was, what, you have a bagel?
He was
Everything baked.
This
I
how he
mean, not-
was.
not
He was
everything
face
baked.
down in it.
Boy, that's probably work days, huh?
yeah.
He didn't even say
Making
No,
dinner.
I'm just talking.
It depends on the time. I be having stretches, but as of recently, lot of out.
Yeah.
It's so
But
hard, bro.
What I try
It
to
is.
do and what I try to tell Dana is like, listen, I want to eat at home a lot, but we do the Monday show, we do then we got to come back here on Tuesday. Then I got to do my own shit on Tee It Up. Then EJ got games. He back Saturday. He trying to watch the games. She goes to school. She got work. It's tough. So what I'll try to do is even when we eat out, you're gonna have a time where you eat out some bullshit, but like try to limit the bullshit. So, I'll go to Chick-fil-A, get a salad. I'll go get I go to get Chipotle. I'm not even the biggest Chipotle person, but it's like Chipotle is better than getting a double bacon cheeseburger with a cheese fry. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, all of it is you just kind of picking and choosing. So I just try to make sure, even when we eating out, we not eating out no damn,
This looks like it's gonna be a straight dog walk session.
yeah.
7-23 versus a 21 and something. That's crazy.
Try not to eat big beefs every day.
It's so difficult to like have different ideas for what dinner is.
That too.
Yeah.
I
'cause
feel like I
I'm
eat the
picky.
same 4 things every week.
Something chicken based.
It's always chicken based.
Oh, see, I'm different. I usually
We
have,
know.
like,
You
I'll
got it.
make
You
some
go
pork chops.
crazy, boy. You
I'll
be
make-
going crazy.
The other
Steak
day we
bites,
make
pork
steaks.
chop, yep.
I'll go salmon,
Cilantro
chicken.
lime rice you be making.
I haven't made that in a long time.
For real?
Bro,
I didn't like it the last time I made
You
it.
did say you didn't like it.
But
they
then
liked
Suzanne,
it. But
but
yeah.
Suzanne and Angie like loved it. They was like, they just wanted more of it. And I was like, y'all really like this? I was like,
Bro, I
it's
made
not
some
hitting for me.
wings yesterday, and
You made them or you got them out of a bag type thing?
what you mean?
Like were they
Like a
raw and you
frozen-
made
Were
all
Well,
the salt?
no, they were frozen wings, and I seasoned them
Okay.
up, and like I made the little sauce or whatever. And Elena was eating some, and she's like, "These are real good," She's giving me like my little credit or whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, I learned from the best." And she thought obviously I'm talking about her or whatever. And I'm like, "Nah, like this is a random person off TikTok." And she's like, "It better not be that girl cooking with Kai." And I just started busting up laughing. I was like, I don't even think she teach people how to cook. She just be recording herself literally
Little
cooking.
ass shorts.
You're right. But I just thought that shit was funny.
She do be having good recipes.
I don't eat at home as much as I want
So
to,
you
but
watched
boy,
the video.
ain't nothing crazy than when you cook and you snap and you like, I need to do this every day. This week I made some chicken, grilled chicken, green beans, brown rice. That shit.
I'm
that shit
eating
was-
chicken thighs 4 times a week, it feel like.
I love chicken so
Why don't
much
you switch
that
up your protein?
Y'all like soup?
I'm not familiar with a lot.
Dana
of
like
it.
soup. I'm not a big soup
I do,
person.
but I feel like I never get full off eating soup.
Elena, well, this was basically when we was
Oh, I've had
like
some
both
good-
sick or whatever.
Good
But
hearty
she just
soups
kept
be
making
going
like
crazy.
soups in a crock pot, and I promise you that shit was the best because like
You know what be
it was
hitting
just
for me, bro?
available.
I'll hit my mama like, I'm gonna come over there like Thursday. Can you make some pepper steak? That
Oh,
pepper
pepper
steak
steak.
be going so damn crazy, bro.
I make it right
You do?
at the
Oh, the place.
the hibachi place.
Okay.
I be throwing
okay.
down on that pepper
Okay,
steak.
I gotta get some of that. I gotta go there and get that then. I love pepper steak, bro.
I have never tried pepper steak, but my mama used to make it when we was kids.
And you ain't eat it?
No, I used to like when she.
Oh, you ain't tried to make it
I haven't
yourself?
tried to make
Me
it
either. I
myself.
let my mom. I don't want to. No, my mom.
The
got it.
things that my parents made growing up, I don't try to make it. Like I just kind of
see.
it's just if my mom texts me like I made some oxtails, come I'm a definitely
She throw it down. She got some oxtails.
I'm gonna go over there. But like I don't feel comfortable enough to make it myself. To where I'm gonna get in the kitchen. And
I just feel like you can make anything. Like at this point, and I just said it, but like
I don't-
TikTok,
Hey,
you can learn
hey, you
anything
can
off
learn-
of
No,
TikTok.
No,
bro.
you're right. But you know,
Literally.
one thing that I'm like, I've been thinking about jerk chicken. I'm like,
You should
I
try
try to
it.
jerk some chicken.
You should try
jerk
it.
chicken is kind of.
But I feel like
haven't
jerk
even
chicken,
tried it.
they be grilling it so good on the actual grill that my little skillet that I'm using ain't gonna
Can you have
the
a
same.
grill at your place?
No, it's like you can, but it
gotta go
can't
outside and
be. Yeah,
be-
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It can't be on my balcony.
Yeah, I want to get a grill too.
It's something about that charcoal smoke
Yes.
charred that they hit with. I try to mimic it in my cast iron thing, but I gotta cook the peppers first and char. It's a whole process, but to just throw that mug on that little smoker and how they be doing, boy.
Yeah, I'm about to clean my grill. I think we gonna get like 68 next week.
Yeah,
We gonna spend that time doing just shit.
we gotta
that
go to your
normally
damn
do.
restaurant.
Oh, I might have to go to my mama's house and grill up.
Cause boy, I'm a big jerk chicken guy now.
Yeah,
Like, that's my shit.
That
man.
restaurant doing well from what I'm hearing.
Hey, that's-
You
I
had
love to
that.
see
You
it.
had that one I told you about. Did you get the
I
Mac?
did. Yeah, I did. It was nice. I liked it.
Oh, you did?
Also, I actually tried the jerk chicken pasta too. It was good.
It was a rasta pasta they called it, right?
Was it? I thought it was just called the JH jerk pasta. or
Okay,
something.
they might.
Hey,
okay.
put that
The
name
buy
of
one, get
that
one
place
free?
in the chat, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might go there today.
Bet I got you.
No, it was
Yeah,
nice.
go because they got a lot of buy one get one free. You get a lot of shit you can try,
Bet.
but half the price and shit.
But no, that jerk chicken Philly,
That
it
mug
was
was
good.
a hit, bro.
And surprisingly, it was like it wasn't even too spicy. Sometimes jerk could be a little too spicy.
yeah.
Theirs was like just really good.
You know,
just
the
jerk
only time I
flavor.
had it that was too spicy was Soul Vibes.
Yeah,
and
Soul
a lot of
Vibes,
people told
yeah.
me, you know, most of the time they don't put the sauce on. You want to control your own climate. But no,
That's
I'm
where
a
I had
big-
it. I had tried the jerk chicken pasta at Soul Vibes, and I couldn't.
Too hot?
I was like, this pasta ain't even enjoyable. It's like
For real?
it's hot.
Even the grilled,
Yeah.
because the jerk
Maybe
chicken,
I just got it on a bad day.
the jerk chicken egg rolls are so good because it ain't that hot. Now them wings, them grilled wings
Okay,
with
I
the
haven't
jerk
tried the
was
wings.
too damn hot. It was.
But you know what they
unbearable.
really got? They got a catfish po' boy. That's so damn good.
I know that's good because I had the catfish.
Yeah,
that's
the-
one
the
of the only.
catfish po' boy is.
That's
a
the
hit.
only place I'm eating catfish besides my mama crib. It's Soul Vibes. They catfish is.
Leo's got good catfish too.
I should have got because they chicken's so damn good. Dana got the chicken tenders.
Oh, for real? Okay.
That mug
I didn't
was
know they
good.
had chicken
Yeah,
tenders.
I didn't either. Then I ordered. It was a hit. That
Okay.
Cleo's boy. That mug put me down. And you today for my little birthday gathering, Uncle Remus. I'm in Chicago to the core. Man, pans of Uncle Remus. Man, bring it to the crib, man. I love me some mild sauce.
Yeah.
Love it. I had some Harold's mild sauce I was putting on the Cleo's chicken. Shit was hidden.
Cleo's got some good mild sauce too. She got their
Oh,
own.
for real? I
yeah.
ain't getting none. I should have got some.
She got their own little homemade one that's actually pretty good. I fuck with it.
But the next time you go to that jerk place, get the jerk barbecue sauce on the side and just try it. Dip your fry in it or whatever.
Okay. I didn't
Bro.
know they. I tried like when I bought fries, it did give me the option to get sauces. I got one of the jerk ones,
Yeah.
and I thought it would taste like barbecue sauce. It just tastes like jerk sauce.
It was one that
And I was just like, eh.
what happened? Jerk sauce?
Yeah.
You guys crazy.
Y'all are crazy.
Yesterday, I,
Did you add a little jerk sauce to my sandwich?
Extra jerk sauce. Heavy on the jerk sauce.
matter of fact, let's just get out of here on that. The story that I'm about to tell is not worth nothing.
No, what was it though? What was it this about?
It was a hit and run.
That happened to you?
I saw.
Oh,
a hit and run
you
happen.
saw it.
Did you snitch?
Did I snitch? No, I kept about my day. I went
You
home.
should have called
I
somebody.
should have.
Was it about what-
the police were there? Like they
Oh.
came. Like
Was it about what we
yes,
live?
by Mariano's.
Oh.
Barry by Mariano. I'm on my way back from the golf simulator. I'm chilling. I'm listening to a podcast, and I hear boom. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's dark and it's rainy. It was snowy. Whatever the
okay.
hell was happening yesterday, and I ain't see shit. And eventually, traffic started to slow down. I was being nosy. I lowered my window and put my head out. Bro, I saw a car. Well, I didn't see the actual event, but a car hit the back of an 18-wheeler, and the car windshield was fucked. Its tire was gone. It was running on the rims. The bitch kept going.
He was gone.
Gone, bro.
Why would you? Your
He
car,
said, boy, you know my L's
No,
dirty.
no bumper. So I'm almost positive the motherfucker left his license plate there.
But what's
Now
crazy,
you about to do some time.
What's crazy about that is that your car's so fucked up, you ain't going nowhere.
You can't go nowhere.
You're not. You
Smoky.
He went from Mariano's to Dunkin'.
And I'm just like, that was the loudest impact I've ever
It ain't
heard.
gonna be as funny that was down on the area. If you do the area, it's like right there.
It's crazy because the police, they could easily just do a.
They're
a
going
search.
to. They're going to
gonna do a
find.
search.
It's over with, yeah.
Your car is so damn. No, even if you physically abandon it, now they got all your info.
People
Everything.
just don't be thinking. They be panicking, man.
Panicking like crazy. And there's no way that person wasn't injured. Like the car was that fucked up. Then I'm like, the driver cannot
That's what
be
I was
okay
thinking.
right
Like he didn't. Those 18-wheelers, those
There's no budge.
any truck
at all.
No budge.
Guess
Yeah,
what?
but
The
them
driver of the
heavy is
18-wheeler
so
got out,
damn
looked at the
big.
back of his truck, and went back in his truck. He ain't feel shit. Like, you know, and I'm like, hit and run, first of all, my mom's just involved in a hit and run this week. Don't fucking hit
My
and run.
mom was involved in a hit and run.
For real.
Yeah. It wasn't crazy damage, but regardless, she thinking
Same.
they finna stop and get
Someone-
out and
So
So
exchange
somebody hit
information.
your mama and kept going.
Somebody did a hit and run on Angie's car recently.
Damn.
Like a few months ago,
Shit,
they
it's a damn
broke.
epidemic
They broke
out
her
here.
What is going on?
her headlight and left scratches on the side of the car, and we never knew where it came from.
Somebody hit my mom. And my mom is a stoic lady. She don't show emotion. That was one of the few times I've ever seen her emotional. Because they hit her. She said 3 dudes popped out, and one of them was like this. And she just said, go. Whatever, just it's not, we ain't got to exchange information, just go. And
Shit, it was not worth it, man.
and I was
So
trying to
I'm-
tell her, like,
yeah.
you know, calm down. It's just a car. And it's not even like crazy damage. But I can understand how traumatic that event could have been for her. So I felt awful.
Yeah.
So if you hit my mama, I'm looking for you, bitch.
Me too.
Me three.
We appreciate y'all.
And I'm using all
four
that stuff
with the
that's
four
registered
corner
to him.
hustlers.
I appreciate y'all listening or watching this episode. A numbers on the board. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like, subscribe. Again, Teed Up with Pierre and Drees, Small Ball, Kenny Beach, and 2 other shows on the network. Drop on different days. You almost got every single day covered by Enjoy Basketball. That's all
Pretty
I'm
much.
saying.
They do, because I be streaming every day.
You
Oh,
ain't
that's
stream yesterday.
an Enjoy
It is.
event? I didn't know
You
that.
didn't stream yesterday.
We did sign up to the 360. So
Oh yeah.
I
When the
told
next
you I had
run? When the next tournament?
I was thinking maybe tonight.
Let me know. Well, I got my shindig, but let me know.
We should do a
LaMelo Ball bill coming soon.
Why don't we do a Marvel Rivals tournament?
Bugs
They
was-
tried that.
Bugs was
They
at
said it was trash.
Bugs was on one
Really?
yesterday. LaMelo
I
Ball
seen it.
bill.
He kind of weak, though.
I didn't know they ever tried it.
yeah.
Cause I be seeing Mark. Already seen them be going against AMP sometimes. What they do.
In Rivals?
Yeah, they be doing their own little private matches, and they be fun to watch.
You ain't ready for.
You know they do that in my Discord.
RDC.
That's what, yeah, it's just that's all.
They do that in your Discord?
Yeah, I think I've only done it one time. I don't know if they done it more time.
Oh, I would definitely play in that shit. I didn't know that.
Well, I guess we'll see. Appreciate y'all. See y'all soon. Peace.
Peace.